boop, 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 boop. What is that? Why am I? Rave? What's it called? Why am I hearing it?
Okay.
Ooh.
Realizing that I'm kind of hungry. That's a mistake.
Oh.
But might order food because I didn't have to pay for parking today, so I'm feeling a little
Hell yeah.
frisky.
Is Ash looking especially digital right now to anyone else?
Yes. Very grainy.
Am I? I mean, I have good connection on my end.
Looks like you're.
Have you set up your Discord yet, Surf?
Huh? What?
Have you set up your shit yet?
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, all that stuff. Have you? Because I'm about to disconnect and reconnect unless it fucks up your shit.
I'm not gonna do anything because I'm waiting for everybody to show up. So you're fine.
Oh, that's true. We are.
Everybody's
Everyone's
here.
Oh.
Be right.
I'm the one that's not here. That's what the problem is.
You joined last, and I was like, I guess he doesn't need us.
I have confidence that things are gonna work out. So let me.
Hello. You look better.
I was
boring.
just got lost there for a moment.
And the sauce. I get it.
Do I not look better?
I've been home all day because of the snow.
Same.
You getting snow too?
Yeah, we actually got a little bit of snow, but there's ice on all the roads.
Oh,
like
forget it.
half the roads around here
you
are shut down because of wrecks.
You
Yeah.
Southerners, when it snows, forget it. Just don't leave your house. It's a
Well, yeah.
Have you seen videos of people driving in Montreal?
There's no salt. People don't have winter tires. It's just
and this is the
bad.
experience. There's so many factors that go into it. You just stay off the damn road.
And yet people still did, and I-65 has been basically closed all day because of wrecks.
Oh wow.
I didn't leave the house.
Yeah, no way.
Mm-mm.
Trying to get my camera going, but it's not going. Always have this problem.
I had to go to work today, and I'm very disappointed. Because there was a little bit of snow yesterday, but no ice. And then the sun came out, melted everything, and that was it. Just some snow Sunday night into Monday.
Yeah, well, we were supposed to get like nothing but ice, and instead we got a little bit of ice and a little bit of snow, which was actually kind of nice for the 30 minutes that it lightly dusted the ground. Let's see.
I want an excuse to not go to work today, so I was very disappointed.
Yeah, that does stink. Our schools are closed again tomorrow because it's not going to get up above freezing until like the middle of the day, so the ice won't melt. So, and the kids got out Friday because we had thunderstorms and like hail and tornadoes and shit that were supposed to come through.
You get it all down there.
Yeah, so this is, let's see, what's that going to make it? 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be a 6-day weekend. No, that one. There we go.
All right, well, the cameras look good, so we can jump in just a sec here. Let's see who's pinging me on Discord right now.
There we go.
So we had a thing happen last game on Wednesday. Where, I mean, it wasn't that a bad thing. Just do wait.
I shall post my snow too.
Okay.
So where they're resting, they're resting in like the den of ultimate evil, right? I'm not gonna get into too many specifics, but I mean, we're talking outer gods stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
And so I added in this penalty when they try to rest there. It's just, you know, I like to dabble. I like to put, you know, inject what I feel, you know, the APs by their nature are not, you know, can't really have.
What the hungry gods demand.
Yeah, like, you know, overcomplicating things. So, you know, while they're resting in this area, you know, they're if they fail the will save, they have these terrible dreams and they become stupefied. And it has been a good balance because they're really I hope none of them are watching this right now. But they've really gotten the system down. Like they have
You
such
have one viewer, and I think it's me.
All right, good. So they have such
Sorry.
they just have the system down so well. Like they're teamwork. They're the Pharasman 5, they call themselves, because they all
Oh,
end
love
up
that.
rushing
Love
with
that.
Pharasman. One of them is a psycho.
Love that.
One of them is a summoner psychopomp. So anyway,
Is this your AV
Love it.
game?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's even better. That's for asthma.
Oh yeah, no. Well, it's funny because 3 of the characters died, and I said all at once in one fight, and I said, well, you know, for character ideas, I think someone worshiping Pharasma would have a really good tie to this because of what's going on. All 3 of them made Pharasma characters, but different ones. One is a champion, you know. Another one is, I don't even remember what the hell he is, and the other one's a summoner with an Eidolon, Pharasman Eidolon. Oh, the other one's a Bones Oracle. A Bones Oracle is the other one.
Oh.
So they all came back with Pharasman characters, and one of the characters that was already there that survived was already Pharasman. So they're the Pharasman 5, right? And the elf, who doesn't really worship Pharasman. But anyway, they've been sleeping in this thing, and it was they got outside of it, and I was telling them, well, you feel a little less like it's oppressive here, like you feel it's safe. They didn't rest. I was like, okay. And they go right into the final boss room. And they were ready to level up. But they didn't rest.
What?
They figured they could go into this one more room.
One
This
more.
room, and it's the fucking boss. So I said to them, I was like, I was trying to
Why?
give you clues. Like it was okay they didn't want to rest because they were afraid of what might happen, which is great because that means I'm putting that fear into them because it should be, you know. And it turns out that I was muted when I said that. When I was telling them it was less thick, so they just went there and they're like, you know, Serve is so quiet. This is really weird. I'm really scared. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my god, I was muted the whole time. So I said to them, I was like, well, I don't know what to do here because I told you guys that it was less oppressive, but you've already triggered the final encounter. So there's just discussion happening about it. I'm just like shaking my head. I think it's perfect the way it's set up.
I mean,
Well,
what
I
really-
did the
And some of them think it's
exact
good too, but others are like, I would have argued more for the point if I could have heard that. My brothers.
One of the things you could do if you feel like being nice is you could just say that Pharasma sent them a vision of what would happen if they didn't rest.
Fuck that.
Rewind that.
Pharasma has no power in this area. The Abomination
Also, why would
Vaults
she
are
care?
literally
Fuck
a
it.
place where souls get trapped to be devoured by an outer god.
Oh, shit.
I mean, if Pharasma has no powers, I hope you don't have a cleric that worships plasma.
No, there's a champion, but
Meanwhile, last night at the opposite, there was one more room, and it was like 5 minutes after we normally end, and I was like,
No!
"Y'all want to check out the last room?"
Oh,
And the whole party was like, "No, like we should rest. We should rest." I was like, "You sure?" It's only the basement. And they were like, "All right, fine." Assuming I'm like they're gonna walk down there and it'll be like a cliffy fight, but there was just treasure, and I just wanted to get it out of the way. So
Yeah,
our next session like done with the dungeon session. Like,
Yeah.
But I was like, I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, "Come on, I want to get."
Please
through
don't make
this."
me remember this for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, starting the session off with loot is like,
yeah. Usually, like 20 minutes before, I'm already thinking of an exit, like a fight.
Yeah.
Trying to steer towards that.
Mhm.
So I'm running a group of like diehard, lifelong D&D fans through the beginner box, and we haven't been able to play a whole lot the last couple months because holidays and everything. But we got to play again last week, and I don't know who's familiar with the beginner box, but there's this one place where there's a complex hazard.
The puzzle.
The fountain. And right on the other side of that is a room with a whole bunch of enemies. And so they go in, are trying to disable this hazard, set it off by accident, and then instead of fleeing out the way they came, which they knew was safe, one guy runs through the room and into this other door that they hadn't opened before. And I'm like,
Wow.
cool, here we go.
Yowza. Did you run the fight or?
Yeah, I ran the fight, and it actually, the way it's written, like there's some alternate things that some of the enemies can do that aren't just straight up damage, and so I took advantage of that. Wholly, but I really didn't cheat too much, you know. I mean, I was like, all right, you're gonna open the door, you're gonna pay for it. But like, I wasn't just like, all right, here's 6 spears to the face every turn either.
No, that's boring.
Yeah, exactly.
If I see a creature that has an athletics score, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Because that means I can, I can try to trip or deception. You use feint more often, like attacking 3 times.
Well, and there's a specific
It's so
custom thing in
boring.
this that they can do that's very flavorful and fun.
The 2 action Johns or something like that.
But yeah, they made it through the Barb, who's basically their tank, took a crit to the face from the hazard and went down, and then they were smart and dragged him out of the room, but then he had to just sit there for like an hour while this one character was trying to tank through the doorway of this other.
Barbs don't make such good tanks.
No.
Like if they're the only target, they're going down pretty quick. You want Barbarian to stay alive because, man, they can dish
They've
it
been
out.
doing okay till then, but I think that's the fight where they learned, oh, maybe you can't just face roll everything like in 5e. It was fun.
Gotta use teamwork, strategy. Not everybody should be just trying to deal damage. Like the group I'm a player in, there's a magus, and I'm playing my monk, and my monk can deal some damage, but if my magus is setting up for something, I will do everything I can. I have like the 5-finger punch where I can make them clumsy by hitting, so clumsy, grapple, or trip them,
I love
or
that so much.
just anything I could do to disable them for that, like, because if this dude crits, he's gonna do like the highest I think the highest damage in the game, capable in the game, is a magus.
Really?
If you crit,
single hit, absolutely magus.
Yeah, you
not
crit on
sustained.
A spell,
Yeah.
you deal weapon damage, spell damage, crit, mods
Oh
and
my
stuff.
God.
Yeah, magus makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely
gross.
magus. But again,
anyways,
they're not gonna do it every
Conti
round.
is dying.
Yeah.
What?
I'm bringing a magus now.
Oh, Conti's Ash, you something weird going on with your camera, Ash. It's very.
I cannot tell you why. It is perfectly clear for me. I have like 90 millisecond ping to Discord.
Weird.
Like the only thing that could possibly be is if I have some sort of bitrate compression on my end before I send it out, but I really cannot figure out where it would be,
All right.
You don't have a one of those autofocus ones, do you? Because I used to have one that would get confused all the time, and I'd have to
No, I'm telling you, it is crystalline on my end. I will send you a screenshot of what I'm looking at. It's gotta be some sort of hold on, I can try a different Wi-Fi network. I'm going to disconnect for a bit, but it shouldn't kick me out of the call. I'll try it, but this is what I'm looking at. So it's definitely not hardware, is what I'm saying.
All right. Well, I
it's
don't
super
want
low
to
res.
spend too much time on it.
Have people been looking at the hero cards?
Yes.
Yeah, I have looked at hero cards.
I do too, but that Endure the Onslaught is very
It's
good.
really good, yeah.
Sexy. I'll let you have it, Savara.
Which one?
Healing Prayer.
Oh yeah, that's all right.
Oh my god, endure the onslaught?
I
Yeah,
was
it's
wondering if
sexy.
Endure the Onslaught can be target self. Can it be target self, Serve?
You can see yourself, can't you?
I'm sure, but
Yeah,
like
I
don't
think it's
know.
fine.
Okay,
It
I'm gonna
doesn't
drop.
it doesn't say you give a creature other than yourself or another creature. It just says a creature you can see, which I think is supposed to prevent you from being like, oh, that person is somewhere, I can't see them, they're around the corner, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I mean, I figured I'd ask because it's vague. So, do I want to get rid of anything? Yeah,
I think I'm gonna keep mine.
yeah. I'll take Endure the Onslaught. I'll drop the one that automatically ends persistent damage. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
Okay, we're taking Endure the Onslaught.
All right. So
Are these hero actions technically?
some are actions, some are not. It tells you.
Okay. Cause on like my character sheet under actions, I have reverse strike as one, which I assume was one from a while ago.
Oh, interesting.
It
Yeah.
ended up on your
Interesting.
sheet as an action.
Yeah.
There's
and I
there's a
don't know how to
category
read it.
on
Oh,
the
it's
sheet.
hero action. It
Hero
says.
action.
That's
Yeah,
so
hero
interesting.
action.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Huh.
use these to get them off my
That
sheet.
is so
If I
interesting.
hit use. Oh, it's gone.
yeah,
Sweet.
How did you do that?
They're on your sheet.
Yeah. I wish I had reverse strike. That's awesome. I just get a success on a hit. Which I guess if you're using a hero
Oh,
point,
I
you
get it.
probably would anyway. But...
I get it. I get how it works. If you have hero points on your sheet, you can draw a hero action as a card, as opposed to doing it at the start of the session.
Oh.
The way that they're doing it here, I like doing it at the start of the session so I know what I'm getting into. But
Yeah.
here it looks like you spend the hero point for the action.
Yeah,
then
that's
you
stupid.
spend the
Why
action.
would you just waste your points by cards you don't even know if you need them or not? End up with
Yeah,
garbage. All right.
but I guess you keep them until you use them. But that's like,
Yep.
very gotcha game coded.
Maybe I should start a cash shop.
Send her send her
XP
$10.
boost times 2.
Hey, can you let me know if my bit rate ever clears up? By the way?
Yeah. It is, I'd say medium right now. Like it's
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. So what did you guys settle on where you were going as far as what bar you were going
We're
to?
going-
We spent 20 minutes talking about it.
I don't know if it's super important. I think we're just going to a bar. We're definitely not going to the one with the grog pit. I'm sorry,
Ah.
Conti.
Okay.
But we are with people who do not go out drinking normally. I do not want to get them someplace that they will get mugged.
So are you staying in the Precipice Quarter or are you moving beyond the borders of the fair?
Well, like I'll take them to someplace. I'll probably take them to the Harbor District just
I want to go to
because
the map. Absalom.
I would probably take them to the Harbor District if I'm chasing like the Harbor Ward because like it's open later. The docks. It's open later. It caters to people who are not family, and so like that's a place to get a drink after work. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
What if we all
avoid the
take
cop
turns on
bars. but-
choosing?
Little seafood joint.
We'll
Like
see
each
if we
night, one
join.
of us chooses a different
We'll get
place.
some. We'll get some fried battered fish
There you
and
go.
some chips.
Ooh.
Yeah, they'll wrap it up
That-
in today's edition of the Absalom Gazette or whatever the name of the newspaper is.
As long as it's not too far a walk, I think we're probably really tired.
We're right next to the docks. The docks is literally like right next to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, Conti walks home to the Forum Quarter each night, so she gets 2 hours of sleep before she has to start walking back. Or catches
you walk to the
catches a
foreign.
horse.
It does not take 3 hours to get to the foreign quarter. Relax.
Walking probably takes an hour.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
When she runs late, she has to find a wizard to cast Dimension Door like 6 times.
taxis and things like that around. Yeah, right.
I know one of those PFS games we played early on, there was a whole lot of walking. It would take us like half the day to get across the city.
Yeah, you went to every district. No, wait, not every district, but you went to many districts. Okay, well, I'm trying to think if we should do a recap or I'll just do the recap real quick here. So, unless someone else do it.
Go for it.
What if we do it at the end of the day? Like we do our bar.
That defeats the purpose of the recap. Oh, you mean the in-game day?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Like
meant at the end of
overnight.
session. It was like, why are we recapping at the end of session?
No.
You just
So,
played it. Got it.
so last session, you guys continued clearing through the Knight's Marvelous Menagerie, dealt with the Yankeg creature that had caused much of the chaos, and met with Remy and kind of, I think, surmised that the water is the delivery mechanism for whatever it was that was affecting these creatures.
Yep.
That caused Rusty to go mad and attack Remy, and then that just set off the whole chain of events of chaos at the zoo.
Chain of events.
Yeah, and then Detective Bolera arrived along with
Yes, she
Sergeant. She showed up. Everything went slow motion.
Turn some heads.
She like flipped her hair as she
Zack
walked
Snyder
up.
takes
She got her
over.
Baywatch moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like a Horatio in the sunglasses would have been a better one, but
Yep,
Gotta take
mentioned
the sunglasses
something
off
to
so you can put it back on
Savara. She mentioned something to Savara about her attention to detail. And Sergeant Allah was there. He told you guys to take the rest of the night off. Did an hour off early.
Oh yeah.
Don't expect to get paid for that hour.
Imagine we
Did
get
the
bonuses for
paperwork.
it.
You already got your payout for the day. And you guys
Stitched up
decided
Conti a little
to go for some after dinner drinks and
Hell yeah.
at some tavern in the docks. And shortly before we ended the night, we cut to a scene of the some of the caretakers putting the tarp over the grave raker and hammering it down, and then this magical force knocks them all over, and the tarp just kind of floats down as the grave raker completely disappears. Is that the
It's gone. It's just like, what? Anyway.
We don't know about that though. Yeah.
no?
Yep.
Conti doesn't clock out until everybody's changed and we're leaving to go to the bar. Because as long as we're on grounds, she's being paid.
This is like after we got paid, and she's like, I'm not clocking out yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
I'm still waiting for Savara to change. I'm not clocking out.
It's like,
Okay. All right. So now I guess we're gonna take it to we'll call it the flask and the toad,
Like it.
ooh, yeah.
where we cut to our
Good name.
agents out of uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes,
si-
for sure.
Sitting around a table, perhaps.
Yeah, why not?
A crowded
There's-
tavern.
There's already one stein next to Conti that's empty and knocked over, and she's working well into her second.
Don't you think you should slow down a little bit? It's not a
We're all-
contest.
Maybe to you, we are off the clock. I'm going to enjoy myself.
Yeah, but normally don't you enjoy it more if you can taste the liquor? It's like a little slower, savor it. Have
Take
the
me to
head.
some place I can
Yeah.
enjoy the liquor, and we'll have a different discussion.
It's a good place. They've got like the best best dark ales in all of Epsilon. I swear.
Bold. And she like.
I point to the
Just
dwarf
pounding
who's
him.
brewing it. Yeah. Like, he's good. It's good. Try to slow down.
And then she lets out like a slams on the table.
If you cheers from throughout the inn, I mean the tavern,
Oh.
in recognition.
Savara has. Sorry.
Go ahead. Nope.
Savara has like her first glass that she's very delicately sipping from, just a little
She's
bit.
nursing it.
Yeah.
No, she's got like the snifter of that like 15.6 or 16% like real strong dark ale that she got. It's like, oh, it's a small glass, and she's
Yeah,
real gonna
and
feel
she
it.
takes one sip and it's just like.
Woo! That's a shot in the arm, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Savara.
People drink this.
You don't drink. You don't go out. What do you do for fun? Who is? She gestures to you.
I'm out
Savara.
now. Well, and she looks kind of shocked and a little flustered and is not sure how to answer. Your idea of fun and mine appear to be somewhat different. I enjoy reading, where it's nice and quiet. She pulls out a little like wooden puzzle out of her pocket that you've probably seen her fidgeting with before.
Is it a
It's
fidget
like-
toy?
Yeah, well, no, it's not a fidget toy. It's like a medieval Rubik's cube.
blacksmith puzzle.
Yeah. And she says, I enjoy puzzles. Would you like to try? And she holds it up to you.
You see that Kanti's cheeks are a little red. And it like takes her a half second to shift her focus from you to the cube. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, sure. Children's toys, I'm sure.
And I'm sorry, Randy, I talked over you. I didn't mean to.
That's okay. I was gonna say I come back to the table with like drinks for everyone. Conti's drinks is a little different from everybody else's. They all are very light and citrusy. They are not dark ale.
What's coffee do? Pick pockets?
Trying to figure out this fidget toy.
Oh.
It's a little frustrated.
Crushes it with their bare hands. Just-
Y'all seen
Sorry.
Taskmaster? It's like that bit with Greg trying to solve the box. He just throws it on the ground and breaks it in half.
I never saw it.
Oh,
Pause.
but be careful. It is a bit
Okay.
fragile.
Sorry.
All right.
Hand it back to you.
So you read, Kanti, I can only assume you just get shit-faced all the time.
Right? Fights. And well, sorry. And when fights, I should clarify.
Both at
So
the
I'm
same
sorry.
time.
Get off of work and you win fights?
Well,
Like categorically? Are you a fixer?
no. Oh God.
Oh, okay, well, you know, I knew some people, but I guess not. How about you, Wendolyn? What do you do?
I usually go home and talk to my family. You know, just kind of tell them how my day went.
Normal
Hmm.
shit. See?
Out of
Normal
character,
shit.
I hate that. I hate that as a character.
Horrible shit.
Yeah.
Because we know.
Normal shit, right? Same thing I do. Thank you, Wendolyn. Thank you for representing normal people with me.
I mean, I should feel a little offended that you're calling the gnome a normal person.
How dare you? Yes.
You're a normal. You're a normal.
She
with
starts
a G,
bleaching before
right?
your
It's the
eyes.
greatest insult.
You-
Sparkle has
normal
left
with
your eyes. It's now gray.
All right. You're bleaching. You can't take like a. Anyway, well, thank you all so much for having me out. I know I don't normally get to spend the time out with you. It's good.
The bruschetta I ordered shows up at the table too.
Where did you get bruschetta? This is like very like the vibe is fried food. Where did you get? Where's this tomato?
Is the Uber Eats arrived?
This is tomato.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna try the quote unquote bruschetta.
I brought it with me. See, look, I have pockets.
And Savara had been like about to put one in her mouth, and you say that, and she's like,
I'm just kidding.
Meanwhile, Conte, no problem.
Yeah.
Eating warm cheese, bread, meat. Okay, you say, Yolana,
What?
you say you're normal, you spend time with your family at home, that's why you can't
Yeah.
vibe?
What do you
Hang
mean
out with the
vibe?
squad?
Yes, I have a kid that I'm actively taking care of that I drop off to school in the morning. And I have to pick up from the person who takes care of them during the day while I am working my ass.
She kind of like looks at Gwendolyn and Savada. Could we meet him? You promised to be good.
You want to meet my kid?
I don't think we should meet anyone while you're intoxicated.
Look, all respect to you. You're fun to work with. I have known you for less than 48 hours. That's a little bit of an ask, okay? Okay. I mean, maybe one day. You know, we hang out a long time, we become friends.
Why are you so eager, huh? Why you so...
Show me your kid.
Yeah, that's a little
Her
weird.
hands in the back. Ah, fine. We can
mean,
tell she's.
You're telling,
Yeah.
I mean, like, you act like you have nothing else going on, right? In my experience, people do not spend time at bars for fun every night. So what do you do on the nights in which you're not drinking? Well, I mean, some people do, but they're very sad or running away from something. So, like, what do you do?
All of the above.
You're... What? You talk to your family and you read and you do puzzles.
No, I
more
think
towards
she
the
meant
last two. The,
sad and running away from things and
Oh,
alone.
shit. Oh, shit. Well, you know, I'm sorry to hear that. It's a little wild to me that you're admitting it, but
I mean, she is drunk.
if you ever need to talk, oh, that's fair. Oh, you're
she's
a
now
lightweight.
you brought her that like the light fruity beverage, and it's gone.
and Savara's been like quiet listening to all of this, and she just kind of looks at Kanti and says, "You were a fighter, weren't you, in the pits?"
The Iorium, and she
That's
kind
no
of flourishes
pit.
as if she's wearing a cape.
I don't know. I don't
There's
know.
another part,
Slams it on the chair.
Iorium, like the god. It's fine. It's please tell us more
Yeah.
about the Iorium.
Yeah, Aurorium.
They were-
And then a minute.
That's
It's
hard
good,
to say
it's
when you've
good.
been drinking.
We did good. You know, got our shit shoved in sometimes, but still standing.
Who's we?
You know,
No, I
My
don't. That's why I'm asking.
fiance.
Oh,
Well,
congratulations.
This individual comes up to you. Yeah, he's got a tanker in his hand. He looks at Conti. He's like, "Yeah, I know. Fighting the warrior."
are you calling me a liar?
You look like a sissy. You would have lost 5 minutes in the warrior. He spills a little drink on you, like not intentionally, but he's spooning and.
And I don't think you're going to last 5 minutes in the conscious waking world. Though you're welcome to try Kanti right here and right now, you will get your shit shoved in.
We
Please,
don't need a drunken disorderly.
I'm a woman of class.
Okay, give me an
We can,
intimidate
we
check.
can take this outside.
Yeah, you want me to give him an intimidate?
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to
I will-
intimidate
I
him,
will-
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I'll give it a...
Okay.
Am I interacting with a harbor guard, a ship captain, or a freelance adventurer?
You're not using your authority as a harbor
I'm a-
guard.
We're gonna re-roll that!
You're gonna use a hero point.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's a 13.
Good lord.
It's better than a natural one.
Okay. He looks at you for a moment. You guys like make eye contact. He's like, he waves his hand. Ah.
Wow.
Perhaps another time then.
And he departs.
I'd like to cast Prestidigitation on him as he walks away. He now smells worse.
Oh.
You know, like reverse crop dusting?
Using my powers for good.
Don't know if that's possible.
It says soil. It says soil, one item.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
like
saying, I don't know if it's possible for him to smell worse.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I'm and you see like Conte has this like
I pooped myself.
Oh no, buddy.
like as like Conte was standing, she kind of like puts her hand on the table and says, maybe we should call it for tonight.
Oh.
Ooh. And she has that
Maybe
look
this
of
is
someone
the
who's
night.
like trying not to throw up.
Right. Yeah, let's get you home. It's a school night. I'm sure that, it'd be better for me to walk you to class than not. So, you good? Tavara, Gwendolyn, you going to finish that bruschetta?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know how hard it is?
Wait for her to
Potatoes
respond.
I
Eat it! I down the rest of my ale, and I will
Okay.
provide you a shoulder, Conte, to stagger out of the bar.
As you're leaving the bar, you maybe hear some other person just giving off this nonsense, shouting to his compatriots at the bar of all various ancestries. And, them kobolds living in the Undercity. You know they're ruled by a black dragon. He's the one calling the shots. And when that time is right, you mark my words, he's gonna lead those armies.
Well, foreshadowing for the final fight of the AP.
He's gonna lead them armies of kobolds and force them to live down there. Force all of us to live down there like they live. No, sirree. You can count me out of that business. And they're all like, whatever, sit down, shut up. Shut up.
Sure, there's a black dragon under Absalom.
Yeah, and
Oh,
a Rune
man.
Lord's about to rise.
Yep.
I just any
Heard
of
that
y'all Warhammer
before.
Fantasy? Rats under the sewers of Nern and Altdorf. I'm
More-
telling you, there's rats.
More likely
Rats in the sewers.
to be into the sewers there, yeah. Okay. So then we bring the day to a close, or does anybody
I like getting it there.
good? All right.
I have a thing.
Fade out.
You all done with your stupid night out? I'm
I
just
will
kidding.
never roleplay
That's
again
nice.
in my entire life.
No, stop that. Okay. So we're gonna push it
Right.
to
Oh, hi, I saw the thing. Hello? Can you not hear me?
Oh, hello.
what?
Hello? Can
Oh,
hear
did you
me?
say
I've
you
been
wanted to do
standing-
something?
A small thing.
Okay.
Very long thing. Just a small
Oh, yeah.
scene.
All right.
I've
So
been describing-
where are we now for this small thing?
Yeah, I've been describing Elena's been going to pray at like a little place consecrated to Desna. I imagine it's like this little lot between two buildings that was like sort of like let plants grow. And it's been kind of well maintained. There's like rows of benches, a small altar, and an offering box. And I imagine that we kind of just look in and we see Elena like kneeling, eyes closed, hands folded. And I had a little thing if I have the time.
Yes, please do.
Right. So she's like kneeling, her eyes are closed, her hands folded, she's very deep in prayer, and she just bursts out. What the hell am I doing? I don't know what I'm trying to do, all this like stuffy bullshit. She'll sit back onto the bench, letting her head loll back and staring up at the stars. It feels too stiff. It isn't you, it isn't me. For a few moments, she was just staring upwards. She just starts talking. like, what the fuck am I doing? You know? Feels like ever since I came to this city, I've been lost. I figured it wouldn't be easy, but stars. She sighs again, hops up to her feet and starts pacing. Like, the whole job thing isn't helping. Like, obviously, in retrospect, it was naive to think that I could do real good in a system that has thus far failed to foster it, but whatever. Hindsight is crystal clear. Whatever. Now I'm in the mess, and I have people who are relying to me to not be in the mess. Family, the squad, it's just... wish I felt like I knew where I needed to go. I feel like I'm fumbling in the dark, still talking upwards. Keep bumping into shit. And people are relying on me and rather not lead them astray. Else, you've heard this all before from me at this point. I don't even know what I'm asking for. Direction, I guess? Guidance, if you can spare it. Oh. She stares up. A fixed point. She takes from her side this, like, star knife. It's old, the handle's well worn, but maintained. Like polished and cared for. And the blades are, like, mirror sheen and razor sharp. She holds it in front of her, kind of parallel to the ground, and lets it reflect the starlight on her face. You know, I've tried a lot of ways to figure my shit out. I listen to experts, family, hells, even to strangers. And it never really worked. But, you know, for what it's worth, for whatever stupid reason, I still really want to try to do good here. But I have to try something new if I want something different, right? So why not give you a shot? Let you lead the way. Pathfinder is always there, you know? I mean, of course you're there. I mean, it's a gamble, I guess. But I figure my odds with you are pretty good. She stays there, kind of, again, talking to the air, talking to the star knife, talking to somebody. And after a moment, snaps out of it. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. And you know, we're both busy women. You with all your goddess shit, and me, I don't know, all this paperwork. She fishes out a gold piece from her pocket and flicks it into the offering box. Hefts, like, the star knife a few more times and tucks it away and begins her trudge home. But yeah, that's all. Thank you very much.
All right, very nice.
Totally doesn't have to be canon, but I like to think as it zooms out, there's like this cart waiting for you. This taxi that drove you here, and Conti's just passed out in the seat. It's like the same thing.
A little puke on her tunic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had to find where you lived because you told me you were in the foreign quarter, and so...
And she passes out, and you're like...
Yeah, so I've been fucking hunting for it for all night.
This was probably just a ploy to get you to take her home so she could meet your kid.
Yeah.
You bring me your couch.
I'll leave her at the shrine. You're protected here. Sleep under the stars. It's good for you.
You dump her at a random church.
No.
Conti comes in with 2 tickets for
Your personal
public
file.
intoxication.
That fantasy city you have in your portrait, Rachel, is that something that...
I have no idea. I found it online and thought it was really cool. Do you know what it is?
I'm pretty sure I recognize it. I'm pretty sure I forget the name of the city exactly, but it's where Conspiracy and Conspiracy Take the Crown are set in Magic the Gathering. I'm almost positive. I have to look up.
Oh, Wizards of the Coast. Cut now.
Crap, let me find a new one.
They're banging on my door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Pinkertons are coming.
I'm pretty
recognize it's like-
sure I searched for royalty-free things, but maybe not.
That's fine. I was just curious.
Yeah. I just thought it was a cool...
Yeah, it is. I was looking at it while you were stepped away. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's pretty neat.
It's like it could be Absalom, maybe, sort of.
Nah. I mean, not with the giant bluff like that.
Yeah.
Cliff.
Put it down. There's a mountain, though.
Well, yeah. but not in the city.
Yeah.
Is there a mountain in your picture? No. But you're talking
No,
about
it's
the
a cliff. Yeah.
cliff. All right. Just going to reset the time here. Make it at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Oops. Did anybody else need to do anything or want to do anything? I'm pretty sure we're all...
The only thing I had was I wanted to get my hands on that masquerade scarf. I don't know if I'll play that or if I can just
royalty free.
grab it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can
picked
we
it up on
retcon
the
a
way back.
little bit and have done something at the bar the night before to get 100 XP? So when we wake up the next morning,
No!
Contes and go fight
You
that.
don't want to wreck
Kobolds break into the bar with the black dragon.
the
Conte
sewers!
pulls out her shotgun. No, the
Yeah.
minigun she got from Reign of Winter.
yeah. Yeah, that one drunk dude at the bar probably wasn't worth 100.
Got some Reign of Winter.
Size them up. I wonder how much XP you're worth.
Yeah. Not
Probably
quite
had
enough
it-
to be.
Tell me
Something
about your
powerful.
exploits.
Would you say you're a moderate or severe threat?
Encounter, yeah.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 20, how would you rate how good you are at shit?
How much is a platinum? Is it 10 gold?
It's 10 GP. It's 10 all the way up. There's no
Yep.
weird
Okay, 10,
denominations.
10. Cool. Oh, it
It
says
is
total
not
point. It's
from the
48.
High City.
Easy peasy.
You'll be happy to know it is not from Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
It was the
good.
color palette that got me, but it looks nothing like it.
Excellent.
Hmm. Cool. 780 on things I want to buy, but I can't quite purchase them. And I will share this fantastic chart that I reference every time.
Oh, yes.
What now?
Pin that shit. List of items by bonus to skill.
Oh, that's...
I cannot afford it yet.
Yep,
although I'm
that's
very-
how I always look for stuff.
It's on
There's a lot,
Aeon
there's a lot of
Fury.
stuff out there.
Mhm.
But don't let
Yeah,
that be
but-
your only criteria for looking stuff up, because there's lots of really cool stuff.
Oh no, that's like a
Yeah.
go-to, like quick list, not a.
Yeah.
Okay. So we begin the next day. At Edgewatch headquarters.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait a
Are we
minute.
gonna do the intro?
I gotta do it again. Hold on, one more time.
Well, are you gonna do your intro?
I thought about it. Might as well. A tradition spanning over 4,000 years, the Radiant Festival of Absalom stands as a testament to the enduring spirit and cultural achievements of its people. The grand celebration, observed every century, symbolizes the city's strength and unity through countless sieges. After a long absence, the centennial celebration has returned with unprecedented vibrancy, drawing attendees from all corners of the globe. Most join in the revelry, while others harbor darker intentions, eager to exploit the occasion to further their own villainous intention. Standing in their way is a cobbled together constabulary, sworn to protect and preserve the people of this great city. These courageous men and women are known as the agents of Edgewatch. These are their stories. There we go. And now we cut to exterior of Edgewatch headquarters. Large crowd has gathered. Shouting, hollering, trying to get the attention. We can't really hear what is being said. And there is an agent in uniform standing at the top of the stairs, right outside the doors, just waving his arms up in the air, just shouting, you know, "We will get to you. Just a moment." Blah, blah, blah. And we cut to Elena as she is just getting to the scene, and she sees this crowd, and they're all shouting.
Oh shit!
How can you? But they're all shouting like questions. How can you not know? What has happened to the Graveraker?
Oh,
Are you denying that you have any suspects? All this shouting. These are all reporters. There's probably about a dozen of them.
oh shit, dude!
With
Who's
their
the-
retinues as well. You know, like each reporter has like 2 people with them and stuff.
The camera crew and the guy holding the boom mic. Yeah. Who's the guy on the stairs? Do I recognize him? Like, is he like an
he's one of he's one of the desk officers. You recognize him as Philip.
Oh, shit, Philip.
Philip, the desk officer. Yes.
Philip.
Well, I'll
Philip's the
hop off
villain.
the stairs next to Philip.
Okay, then
And I'll
as
just
you
kind of
start to push your way through, people all see you and they start turning their attention to you now.
oh, interesting.
Excuse me, agent. And you hear all these names of all these different broadsheets in Absalom. Just
Everyone,
identifying
everyone.
themselves and being like, "Do you have any suspects? Are you part of this active investigation?" And they're all just like trying to get something out of you.
Everyone, I appreciate your curiosity. Your questions will be answered at some point, I imagine, but you should direct your attention to the captain and people who know what is going on. I will leave you to it.
Are you
And
part
I
of the
will try to
detachment that is assigned to discover the whereabouts of the Graveraker? Are
I
you
don't
not
even
concerned?
know what-
Are you not concerned
I'm
about
sure.
this artifact completely going missing?
Holy shit, what's that? And
Can
I'll-
we quote you on that? Can we quote you on
Can I?
that?
I try
Are
to
we
create a
arriving?
version.
Are we arriving around the
I-
same time?
No.
I'm gonna point and be like, holy shit, I think that's the captain. You should ask him. I'm gonna try to create a diversion. I don't know, like, is it like deception?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, let's try it. Fingers fucking crossed.
Oh, these reporters are too wily for you. They're like, "What are you talking about?" But you know, you can just push your way through. It's not like they're preventing you from getting in.
Roll a strike.
I'm not gonna hit anybody.
No.
And the desk officer recognizes you as he's, you know, just kind of trying to hold the people back. And he's like, "Captain, we'll see you right away."
Oh, interesting. He said, okay, alright, I'll go see the captain. I'll go
Okay.
see the captain.
All right, so you walk through into Edgewatch HQ.
Man, how fucking terrifying.
To have this thing suddenly go missing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
how
if
do you
could
how do
breach
you
Absalom's
look at-
wall?
Yeah, I mean, you saw what it could do.
You get the cherisher.
You forget to cherish her.
I want to make sure I got that joke in there.
Yeah, that is a terrifying thing. And it's like, it's definitely like not a thing that people understand, right? Like if a trebuchet went missing, people would be like, okay, well we know what that could do.
Yeah,
Like
This
a lot
was
of
this
people
was
are like-
this was like yeah. Okay, so Elena, as you walk in after the guy tells you the captain wants to see you, or the lieutenant, excuse me, wants to see you. You know, you walk past the crowded thing. A lot of people are looking at you, not like suspiciously, but they just seem to be paying more attention to you for some reason. And you walk past one of the interrogation rooms, and Gwendolyn is in there. You walk past the second interrogation room, and Savara is in there. and you walk past the third interrogation room, and Conti is in there probably, like with her head between her.
Yeah, super hungover.
I think Conti handles being
Yeah?
hungover really
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Like she might have a slight headache, but
Yeah, she's no stranger to
wears-
drink.
She wears sunglasses, so you can't see her sleeping.
But she unfortunately does this most nights, so her body's a little used to it.
Right.
Oh, buddy.
So
It's
you
called
get
functional alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yes.
you make your ways past the 3 interrogation rooms, and you also catch just randomly maybe, there's many desks as well, like where the officers work, where people do their paperwork, and you can see that Beverly Breckenridge, is that her name? The innkeeper of the Tipsy Tango is there filing a report, and she sees you and she waves
Beckety.
like
No, it is Breckenridge. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bellberry.
Bellberry Breckenridge. Yeah. She sees you and waves enthusiastically to you and smiles.
Kind of like wave shell shocked, like.
And the
In
officer
my
that's
mind, we're all fucked.
and the officer that's taking the report is leans over to you and kind of looks back and just continues taking whatever it is she's there to do, to report. So you get to the outside of Lieutenant Lavaris's desk, office rather, and you can hear some shouting. And it's muffled, but you can pretty much make out what is being said. He's basically being chewed out, yeah, by for allowing this happen. And it's a woman's voice, and she is like, you better get results. I want this taken care of. This is an embarrassment. Even the Primarch is now, breathing down my neck.
Jet.
I will step back when I hear her heading out, but I will not interrupt until she's done it.
Yeah, you hear it through the door. The door's closed.
Yeah.
And you're kind of waiting outside. And the assistant is there. He's like, you know how it is when they hear their boss being chewed out. They're like pretending not to listen, but doing their own thing, but completely listening to every bit of this. And through the door, you can also hear Alo speaking in a very calm demeanor, and Lieutenant Lavaris is also speaking, trying to be calm. He was just, you can tell he's cowed a bit. The door opens and out steps the Nomarch.
Yep.
He's here.
And she looks flush, her hair looks a little unkempt, like you just it maybe. Here, I'll just give you a picture of her in a sec here.
Conti rips the sunglasses off and shoves them into Savara's pocket.
You're in an interrogation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here comes.
She feels like.
Here's the Nomarch.
Oh yeah, she's really hot. Yes, we like her. But yeah, I'll nod my head, I'll kind of bow my head deferentially and watch her go, and then step into the captain's office or the lieutenant's office after she leaves, just like watching a storm pass, right, or a tornado in the distance.
Yeah. Lavaris is sitting at his desk, and here's
You wanted to see me, Lieutenant?
That guy.
Oh, what an asshole.
Yeah, that guy.
What are you talking about? He's not an asshole. He's a good guy.
It's
Sergeant
like a drunk
Alo,
walrus.
Sergeant Alo is there as well.
Babyface Alo.
Yeah.
Old babyface himself.
Yeah. With his fake beard behind his ears.
And also a person that I'm not sure Elena would recognize.
Oh.
And I will drop it. Oh no, wait, wrong one. It is a gnome, and you can tell because he's got wild purple hair and these oversized goggles that give him like this fisheye kind of appearance. And I have a really good picture of him here, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Hey, buddy.
He's that guy we tried to sneak past to see the gravedigger, right?
Yeah.
I will snap off a salute and stand at attention in front of the lieutenant.
I mean, are you trained in society?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, well, you can give me a society roll then.
Okay. We'll do hidden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
She wasn't with us when we
no.
ran into him.
Okay, not someone you recognize, but this individual does have a pendant marking them as someone of some authority, perhaps even a council member of the low council.
Yeah, I just witnessed people who make more than I do in a decade.
Like the House of Representatives. If you were trying to not exactly, but there's more of them and blah blah blah. Less power, but overall they have a lot of power. So yeah, this individual is in there as well. Lavarsis sees you. He's like, close the door.
Close the door.
Okay.
Stand back at attention.
Well, I'm sure you've heard that the Nomarch is rightly pissed at what's happened here. Graveraker, gone. No witnesses. And your compatriots are the prime suspects.
I'm sorry. I would love to know how my compatriots are the prime suspects for, I don't know, vanishing a thing the size of a city block.
I don't have a lot of suspects right now. The Nomarch wants results.
So you're going
the door,
to put our heads
the door
on?
behind you opens up, and Detective Bolera steps in now. Sorry, I'm late. He ignores her.
Not better.
She kind of blends right into the background, takes a seat behind you. But, Mr. Bendersworth, you observed your compatriots, your squad mates, trying skulking around. Now, one of them was in a disguise, but it's pretty obvious who that
When was this?
2 nights ago. He was skulking around the Graveraker, according to
Someone is going to do some math in her
Mr.
head.
Bendersworth's report. And he's standing there like, just kind of awkward, shuffling his fingers.
I see. Is this the reason that they are being impugned as suspects in the case?
Right now, my only suspects.
Like, well, sir, permission to speak freely. I asked,
Denied.
what?
Denied.
Oh, never mind.
He says. Have you heard them discussing anything to do with the Graveraker, or perhaps any allegiances to foreign powers who may wish
Oh,
Cheliax,
no,
Galts?
I have. Sir, naming more foreign powers is not going to change my answer. Truthfully, no. I also haven't spent a lot of time with them. It's been around 50 hours since I was first introduced to the other members of this squad. You'll forgive me if I'm not chums.
Oh, by
I
the
mean-
way, give me a will save real quick. Just don't worry. Just a random will
Sorry
save.
about it. It's casual.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Go on.
All right.
It's not important.
You'll forgive me
You don't
if
need
I'm
a
not...
point, but no worries.
having a very fine-grained understanding of their personalities. Like I don't know them very well, but they haven't talked about espionage shit. No, sir, they haven't. Nor
Okay.
have they made any plans to do anything, nor have they talked about leaving the city.
At that point, Lavarsis looks over his shoulder to like the corner that is not really well lit of his office, and stepping out of the shadows comes this individual who looks to be of Kellish descent, and it is a male, and he's dressed in all sorts of robes and talismans and such hang from him. But one pin in particular, give me a society check. Oh wait, do you have any specific other lores here? Let me check here.
Hunting lore. Other than esoteric, just hunting.
Yeah, you have diverse lore.
Is he a harbor master, criminal, or?
Okay,
Oh,
so
is this
just
a
give me,
recall knowledge?
yeah. So you can give me esoteric lore is fine. Okay, perfect. This is an agent of the Varlacor, who is. It's very uncommon to see any of these individuals around. There's only a few of them that operate in the city, and they are assigned to deal with magical crimes.
Huh.
And they answer directly to a different authority in Absalom. Like they operate outside of direct.
Yeah,
The
I
system.
think I clocked that medallion, that station, and I think he clocks me clocking him, but I don't think she acknowledges it beyond that. It's like, oh
Alright.
shit. Okay.
And the individual looks at you while he's holding some kind of magical charm. She speaks the truth, he says. And Varsis is like, it's a little dejected. It's like, well, there goes my only lead.
If I may, sir, a few questions.
And he looks like he doesn't want to give you that. Like he's very impatient, but he's like, what? He says to you.
Three questions. The first is, what happened to the retinue that was assigned to it?
There, Alo interrupts and is like, well, we didn't really have a retinue assigned to it. It was, no one ever suspected that it would just pop up and vanish. And Mr. Mr. Vanderworth here has the only method to control it.
Interesting.
He's like,
I'm sorry, the player thought that it was being like guarded by FBI agents last time I saw it. Right? Or like I forget.
While we were using it, there were people around it, and there was like people watching it when we spied on it.
Yeah, I mean there've been people, but it hasn't been like a focus of like something to watch because it's just who.
Got it.
How could anybody control it? No one can even control it without. And Berlin will speak up and say, without this wand, it's harmless. It controls everything. And he holds this wand up that is like shimmering at the top. It has this gem that
My
just
second
seems to
question,
have like all these things flowing around inside of it.
It's remote control.
My
And you
second
saw him
question
with the
then-
wand at the thing. The
My
demo.
I will like turn to the mage. My second question is for you, if that's okay. How complex, how difficult would it be to magically relocate the Gravebreaker? Would you need to be an individual with capability?
It
Or
doesn't
would
make any
it need to be
sense.
like a complex?
It's impossible. Oh, who are you asking? You asking Balloon that?
I'm asking the mage, who I don't know I've gotten his name.
Oh, the mage. Okay.
Yeah.
It would take
Difficult, right?
magic beyond our understanding to transport such an object.
That leaves us with a powerful mage, which we're fucked, or a group of people, a conspiracy, which will leave evidence. So my third question to you, Lieutenant, is can I make this go away for you? Caveat. My squad is under
You've
suspicion.
got to be out of your mind if you think I'm going to assign this to you lot.
There is quite literally no better way to keep an eye on us.
No way.
If we don't get the results...
Bolero, you're on this case. Get cracking. Want results now? You, get out of the office! I'm already sick of seeing you here.
All right. And I will step and I'll leave and I guess I'll wait for interrogation to be done.
Yeah.
Since they're not interrogating me.
So, for the next hour or so, each one of you is subjected to a line of questioning about random things. If you are corresponding with any foreign nations.
Yes, Cheliax is paying me to be here. What do you want me to say?
Oh my god.
Secret spy to Taldor? The new emperor?
The question I was originally going to ask.
Owes me money? What are you looking for?
Conti is 100% the person who goes up to the desk at an airline and jokes about having a bomb in her carry-on.
Bomb,
Oh
she says and
God.
keeps saying it louder and louder until someone sees.
I did that once as a stupid idiot. I was just like, oh yeah, maybe I got a bomb in here. Oh my god, I was.
Oh, sir.
My
please,
roommate
you
in
can't do
college
that. I'm
did
so
it.
sorry.
She'd never flown before, and she said that, and we were all like,
Yeah,
And
the
she was
guy
like,
was
"What?"
like, don't. The guy was he didn't really. He was like, don't do that, man. He knew I was joking, but holy shit.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It was also 98 or something, so it wasn't.
It was. I think it was. I'm not sure how long ago it was before or after 9/11, but yeah.
Yeah.
Conti makes their interrogator just as pissed as she is at the situation.
Yeah.
Yes, but King Taldor owes me 4 million gold pieces and is still in the grave.
Okay.
What?
You're imprisoned.
Oh no.
Well, there goes your prep.
All I've heard is that Taldor has a new reigning leader just a couple years ago.
It's the Gravebreaker.
Yeah.
It paid for its own kidnapping.
So during these interrogations, yes, does anything of interest happen? If you guys like Conti just mentioned, her things.
I probably answered things in increasingly ridiculous ways. They'd be like, did you have any plans on stealing the Graveymaker? Of course, I keep it in my pocket right here.
Okay.
Savara is, just basically she trying to lay out all the logical reasons why it couldn't possibly be them, and and she also tells them if you're looking for a motive, what was it? The Citizens League? I just looked at it.
Citizens League, yep. Mm-hmm.
The Citizens League were actively protesting against it just yesterday. I know it's not much, and they didn't seem to have particularly sophisticated methods, but it's a start. It certainly makes more sense than us.
And then during Conti's interrogation,
We're looking
asked
into the
all the-
Citizens League, is what they say. Go ahead.
Once you kind of get past Conti's sarcasm deflection, there is a lot of questioning about her time immediately before coming to Absalom. She's only been here a very short time, and there's this time gap that can't be explained. and she is just drilled. Where were you? What were you doing? Like step by step, and it is very draining for her to relive those moments before arriving back here in the city.
All right, I like it.
By the time she's actually let go, that sarcastic asshole persona that she puts on is just wiped. She seems tired.
Okay. So after a little bit of time, everyone is released. No one was lying, right?
Very much not.
Unless Savara actually stole the grave raker.
One of you did.
It's in her pocket.
And you're actually a level 25 wizard with 6 mythic levels.
Does who is it that's interrogating her? Is it
Just random officers, really.
do they seem to know anything about who she is, or
No. I mean, they're not really using that
okay?
as leverage.
Okay.
Okay. So okay. Sergeant Allo, as you do every morning, you meet with Sergeant Allo, where he kind of gives you your plan for the day, like what route you'll be taking, and he's kind of got a dour expression on his face. He's like, Lieutenant wants you off patrol duty for now, and instead of light duty or whatever, I figure I'd keep you guys on the move. So we just got this report. It's not anything fancy. It's not the grave raker, but maybe it will be something for you to do in the meantime. It's a missing persons report. Anastasia. Yes. You've heard. It's one. And he looks at his paper. He's like, Anastasia Corvus, some Irriseni wine merchant. Just reported missing just this morning. By
Holy shit! Wait.
Oh yeah.
By a Bellberry Breckenridge. She works over. She runs the Tipsy Tango.
We're familiar with her.
Not sure why, what her relation is to this person, but maybe go down there and see what you can find out.
Sergeant.
What?
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Just look. Never mind. Thank you for the assignment. We appreciate it.
And he kind of looks you over, wondering what it was you were trying to get at. All right, then. So he hands you this slip of paper that has the name Anastasia Corvus and the name of the person who filed the report, Bellberry Breckenridge.
Oh. All right, and I'll go meet with the rest of the people, I imagine, as they're getting out of interrogation.
Right.
Hey, you all look like shit.
Savara looks very shaken.
We have a thing. No worries. We can skip, and we still got something to do. You ready to move?
Gwendolyn actually doesn't look that bad. She looks like she has not been taking the situation seriously at all, because it's utterly ridiculous to her that she could even be considered as the person. She's like, yeah, no, it was kind of a rough morning. I didn't get my coffee or my stretches in, but
I can tell you look really beaten up about it.
Are we not on
Auntie,
our normal
about
route?
No, we're off patrol, but the sergeant is reassigned us to a missing persons case. The person who reported it is someone we're familiar with, the tavern keep from the Tipsy Tango that we helped out that other day. I figured we'd go and talk to her. But I can wait until you're ready to move. Light day today, okay?
Thought you weren't detectives, Captain.
Me? I'm not the captain.
Or
Don't
what's
fucking
our-
talk to me.
whatever.
The lieutenant is in his office. The sergeant is in his
Boss,
office. We're standing
boss,
here in the
say
middle of the
boss.
fucking hallway. Do we want to go? I mean, yeah, we're not detectives until today. Hey, we just take it, all right? It's better than all of us getting our heads rolling. Or I guess all of you. They don't suspect me. Which, what the fuck were you doing there?
I mean, we just wanted to
Whatever,
know.
we can talk
what
about it
your
later.
part-
Let's... You're literally just curious?
Yeah.
Stars above. Okay.
We
okay.
didn't even get
Come
close
on.
to it. The little weird gnome with the glasses was like, I see you there. And we're like, oh, you got us. We just wanted to know what it was.
That's-
Yeah.
Little weird gnome with the glasses. Do you know who he was?
No.
Conti shrug.
He's like the guy. He's like the pilot of the Gravebreaker. He's like the Gravebreaker's like mom, you know?
His name is Balloon Bandersworth.
Yeah, that one. Lots of bees in this town. What the fuck is with all the bee names in this town? What's going? It's Beldrins Bluff, and we've got Billberry Bellsworth, and
That
Eldrin
time my name was actually
Bandersnatch.
Bunty.
Your name is Banti?
Oh, you decoded it. You figured out the.
I'm ready to move if we are.
And Savara can't help but throw in one kind of, I told you we should not have gone over there. Look at the trouble it got us into.
You tell us that it's true.
Conti just
Yeah,
rolls
we'll,
her eyes.
we'll make our way on over to the Tengu, the Gypsy
Okay.
Tengu.
And as you come back out, the crowd is still there of reporters. Agents! Are you dispatched on the case? Oh, this is Eyes on Absalom here, trying to get the some information from you. Won't you make a statement, please?
Is there a back exit? Could we have gone out the other way?
Yeah, probably. So
Well,
you can just turn around and go back the other way.
Since we're detectives today, can we wear street clothes?
No.
Damn.
England is like, today is not the fucking day for you to test rules and regs, okay? You're
Well,
doing this all above
me
board.
as Conti is very mellow today. Very
Well, I will tell you that even if Serv said yes, Yelena would raise a stink because it's just like, this is not the day. Shit. We're going to do everything very normal, very expected by the book. You know.
So as you guys are leaving, we cut to Sergeant Alo just kind of watching you guys depart, and coming up behind him is Detective Bolera. And she leans on his desk and crosses her legs and is like chewing an apple. She's very casually just chewing this apple. And he looks back at her. What? Oh, that's Rachel's
What's
thing.
up, Rachel?
Nothing.
No, somebody came in to talk to me. Sorry.
Sounded like you.
He has
I know-
a family.
It's
Oh.
my child
I
whose
know,
voice
that's
is
funny.
almost the same as mine. Yeah. Sorry. What was the last thing you said?
The detective is leaning on Sergeant Alo's desk, all
Thank you.
coy and
Apple.
coquettish. Right in the apple.
Yeah, she's just chewing on this apple, and he looks back at her and he's like, "You think this is a good idea?" And she's like, she shrugs. She's like, I think they, this group, something about him. Let's see what they can do."
Smarts.
And he
You wanna
rolls
know
his,
what I was
he
going to
rolls
tell
his
the patient?
eyes and is like, all right. She laughs and throws the apple core over her shoulder right into the garbage perfectly. Devises a stratagem and then throws
Yeah.
it.
Waits for the perfect shot.
She keeps
You
waiting
want to know
for
what
the
I was going
roll.
to tell? Yeah. You want to know what I was going to tell the sergeant, sir?
What's that?
I was just going to say that I hope it's not your head that rolls because you're, but then I felt like, it was too much. I think Yelena thought it was too much, but I don't know. That was her thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hope you're okay. But then she was like, I'm in the shit, dude. I don't know why I'm wishing you well.
Okay, so moving on then, right?
Yeah, we're headed out.
Yes.
Do we have? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gith is there.
Is he
Waiting
also
for you
questioning?
guys. No, he wasn't with you guys when you were doing all that funky
Um,
business.
Can
I'm
we?
so glad I convinced y'all to do some misdeeds that night. That's
I was
fun.
like, this works.
Yeah. Yeah, that is fun.
There's a bad influence.
Would we say that being interrogated for several hours is enough to
Get experience.
no. I wasn't gonna say that, but no. To count as spending 1 minute examining the details of a potential clue and designate the new subject of a lead.
I thought you were gonna ask for 100 experience for getting yelled at.
No, but I should have.
God, every time my boss yelled at me for an hour, I wouldn't get
Yeah.
a good
Level
XP.
20?
I feel like I'd lose.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think so. I think it's not specific. You don't need to study an object. It could just be an idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I figured it was enough. I just thought it would be funny
Mhm.
to ask like that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, so Savara is for now going to drop the case of the missing menagerist.
Okay.
And instead,
Oh,
she will be
shit.
what?
I forgot.
What's up?
Elena was gonna get chewed out for that. Fuck.
No.
Shoot out for what?
So, yes, bonus footage scene.
Mhm.
Elena, you were also being chewed out for going and into this guy's stuff, breaking and entering into his private.
The
Yeah.
guy who owned those.
Mhm.
Savara locked the door behind us.
Yes, but you did include it in the report.
Oh, that's true.
Because
She
I
did.
asked for this
She
to be
did.
omitted.
God.
That's why I asked.
Oh my god.
Well, to be fair,
And,
I said
you got yelled at for
I
that.
said
You got
sh-
yelled
I
at
said
for
she included everything that had to do with the poisoning, but yeah, we were looking for the vet and all that.
that.
Yeah.
So going
Yeah.
through the papers, all that shit. Like, what if they just left? What if they decide to just go? It doesn't give you the right to go in there and start breaking into things and causing all this trouble. If he wants to file some kind of complaint, it's gonna be your ass. And then he tells you to get out.
I won't tell them that I got chewed out for that.
Okay.
So yes, we're dropping the case of the missing menagerist,
Okay.
and we're going to pick up the case of the
Well-
disappearing demolition device.
How many can you
The
have?
disappearing demolition device.
Nice.
How many can you have
Very
at once?
nice. She can have two for now.
Two. What's your second?
Yeah.
I still have the case of
Missing
the
maligned mage.
maligned mage. Yes.
Ooh,
Maligned mage. These are all lemony snicket ass names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And despite my can-do attitude, Conte is very reserved for at least, the next little bit after we figure it out.
Yeah. And the Gravebreaker, again, is this massive, giant artifact of absolute destruction that tears
think of
buildings and entire city blocks to dust. It's designed to excavate the areas around Absalom, all the battlegrounds, and retrieve non-living matter like possessions and heirlooms and things like that from fallen soldiers and the like. And Balloon Bandersworth was able to control it. All right, so we are going to bring it to the Tipsy Tengu, a familiar locale where you first encountered the band of drunken adventurers in your first assignment. Well, not assignment, but first act of. Well, no, not really. No, you did other stuff before that.
Second or third act of watchery.
Yeah, yeah. And let's see here. Okay, let's get rid of these NPCs. I don't know why it doesn't disappear. So let's take it to the Tipsy Tango. Oh man!
As we're like walking up to the store, Conti, it's like the Graveraker. Elena, do you think this thing could be used to breach Absalom? The walls?
Oh, the Graveraker? Let me put it this way, Kanti. Thing could probably turn last wall inside out. Alright? It's bad. It's really fucking bad that it's gone. It is like the equivalent of, I don't know, if somebody found this sort of Erodin and then lost it, similar vibe, right? Like, it's something that could kill or destroy or do or enable a lot of bad shit. So, I mean, yes, it could be used to breach Absalom's walls. It could be used to do a hell of a lot more. It literally flattened this quarter and turned it into a plateau from which they built a new one. So, yeah, it's bad. I also know that none of you did it because none of you are... If you're too smart or you're too stupid, but you showed up to work. So clearly none of you are guilty, in my mind.
After the second sentence, Conti's face turns, looking absolutely pissed, and she just walks away in the middle of your speech.
Well, I'll let her walk away.
Did you turn your back on me?
Already turned inside out.
Okay. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
So outside of the Tipsy Tango, there's some street performers, and you remember you were in this festival where things are happening. You know, they don't know what's going on. You know what's going on. But it's just lying underneath the surface. You know, this chaos. But to everybody else, it's grand time. I mean, it's an incredible scene. You're still seeing and hearing things that are unheard of. You know, so keep that in check. You can actually, maybe for a moment, you glimpse Burzal over at a stand, and he's eating like a pie.
Is anybody around him dead or dying?
Yeah,
no,
right.
But
Or at least
there's probably some crime, being committed. Like you're not supposed to do that when you're on watch.
I watched somebody pickpocket somebody right next to Burzal, and I think to say something like, "Fuck it," and I'll go inside the town.
Are you gonna write him up?
No, I'm not his boss. He can.
Yeah.
Be
he
shitty.
sees you. He sees you. Like, look at him, and he's just like, I don't know. Kind of finishes it up and wipes his hands on his and rejoins the rest of the patrol that he's with.
So the first day, well, yesterday especially, but even before that, our previous patrol, Safaria, has been very wide-eyed and looking around and taking it all in. And today she's very turned in and maybe even kind of muttering to herself and occasionally pulling out a notebook and like she's cooking on something and not paying attention to what's going on around her very much, or at least not in a whoa, that's so cool sort of way, more in a analytical sort of way, which y'all haven't known her very long, but that might kind of stand out a little bit.
Okay. Some more street dressing, perhaps a group of what you presume to be wives of men are dragging their husbands away from some sort of exotic dancing tent. They're shouting that she is a succubus.
Word? And Yelena's.
Roll for combat!
Hey,
Kanti pulls out her fists.
does it look like it's worth 100?
Honestly, who here? Yelena's like, who here is into women? Because if you're not into women, you can just go and hurt her that way. Not that she would know that, but it is my favorite succubus thing in 2E. If you're not attracted to them, you hurt them.
Yes.
If you reject them, you deal psychic damage to them.
That's awesome.
All right. So you're in the you go into the bar
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you enter the bar and there's a Beldrins and she immediately spots you, as most people will spot a group of 4 officers of the watch enter the building or the establishment, and she finishes serving the plates that she brought out, and she kind of hurries on over here. She's like, "George, it's so good to see you again. Hello. Are you here about my complaint?"
Yes, we are. Would it be okay if we asked you a few questions?
Right. Come on. Let's have a seat here. I'd offer you something to drink, but you're probably on duty, right? I can't have that. I need you sharp and keen to solve my case.
Thank you.
What was that?
We appreciate the sharp and keen to solve her case.
Solve my case. To solve my case.
We appreciate it. Savara here is going to ask you a bevy of questions that I'm sure will be very detailed, so please bear with us. And I'll nudge Savara. Like, go ahead, Savara. This is your thing.
Yes. So the woman who's missing, what was her name? Anastasia?
It's right, Anastasia.
Corvus?
Corvus, that's it. Just like the report says.
And how do you know her?
Where I had purchased several crates of her special ice wine.
And how do you know that she's missing?
Well, she never delivered, and I followed up with some of the people that I recommended to her, as she wasn't sure where to start selling, and I do have some connections, you see. And she smiles widely, and the gap of her tooth is very prominent. Over Mazda Kadash at Humble Jug, and she starts naming these people off as she's lifting her fingers up. Horatio Malafat from the Wet Mammoth, Vicente Barampique from Assault and Battery. They all purchased the wine.
But she didn't deliver any of it.
Well, it's not to me, and I'm the first one that purchased it.
And the other?
And Vicente, that ungrateful rout, he wouldn't answer a single question. This last time I point any opportunities his way, he chased me out like any other person he does. Do you know how hard it is to find vapors called drinks? She ruined my festival opening. Well, I mean, those adventurers, they kind of caused a bit of a kerfuffle, but you took care of them rightly so, and put on a good show for everybody too. She smiles like weakly, but she done ruined my festival. I've been promising this ice wine to some of my customers, you see, and I should at least get my deposit back,
So do you think she's actually missing, or she just didn't bring you your wine?
I'm not sure, really. She might be lost. I mean, she seems really distracted by all of the festival, all of the attractions. She comes from way up north, Irison. It's far from here. And I bet they don't have pretty sights like we do here in Epsilon. But one should conduct their business first. I mean, that's the right way to do things, especially if you're supposed to be some merchant.
Yes, of course.
If I may, ma'am, I have a question. Is this the first time you have wine from her?
What's that? Your accent? It's very hard to understand. You speak very strangely.
Right. Right. Is this the first time that you purchased wine from her?
Well, so is. I mean, she's just got here for the festival, and she's never been to Epsilon before, so I think she might be lost. Maybe just took a wrong turn somewhere, and it's a big city. Lots of places for an outsider to get lost, especially one from the tundra up north. It's not like they don't have big cities over there.
So have you actually spoken to her in person? How did you place this order in the first place?
Yeah, she came down here. I guess she just happened to find my shop first. I mean, I'm in a prime spot here.
Was this during the festival or was it before?
It was a few days before the festival. And she kind of thinks to herself, I'd say it was probably around I think it was last Oath Day, in fact. It was 7 days from now, from prior.
And when did she promise
the delivery?
What?
When did she promise the delivery?
Well, she was supposed to bring the delivery 2 days ago.
Okay. Elena, what was your question?
Yeah, thank you. I don't mean this to imply.
On the 30th of Sharon Ray.
Have you heard anything about her dealings before? Did she seem like an upstanding businesswoman, or?
She seemed upright to me. I mean, I just put a deposit down. I wasn't about to put the whole amount in. I mean, I just don't know for sure, but I mean, the wares she produced, they seemed pretty good. But she was storing them somewhere else. So I'm not sure. She couldn't bring me the full amount. Plus, I didn't want to hold them for too long. Being as they are quite perishable, being ice wine and such. Do you know about ice wine? It's something else.
No.
Do I know about ice wine? It's something else?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing special.
What?
Wow.
I'll
Conti says under her breath.
Yeah, sure, I'll roll society.
Ma'am, could you provide us a list of all the other people that you know went to her for orders? We would appreciate it very much.
Oops. I forgot to make that. Sorry.
As well as, I imagine you've already given a detailed account to the station, so we don't need any more from you in that respect. But, anything else you think might be helpful? Let us know.
Real quick, what is the society check for?
Have we heard of ice wine?
What the hell's ice wine?
Yeah.
Oh, what is ice wine? It's
wine that usually ice is used to make it more alcoholic.
Yeah, it comes from all sorts. Elves do it. Bees do it. No, wait.
You ever heard of Applejack? That's ice wine cider.
Yeah.
It's just more alcoholic.
I've heard of it. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah. It's potent alcoholic beverage, and Irison is very far to the north. It's one of the topmost nations.
There's a lot of ice.
Perhaps 4 young adolescents are traversing the tundra.
Yeah,
right
perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and this lady's definitely a witch because we're just going to,
So she's like, she repeats the names again. So it's Mazasha Kadash, the humble jug.
I don't suppose you'd put all this in chat, please.
Could you write them?
Yes.
Auntie.
Here and
Yes, we are going bar hopping for work.
That's okay. She's out of her slump.
We are not going to drink there until the end. But, Kanti, I promise you this. We get through the end of this, is a whistle. Get through our work, I will treat you to a drink at every bar we visit. How's about that?
Only if the
Savar leans over and says, "She didn't say how many visits that we would make."
I will
Humpty
treat
just
you to a drink at
waves her
every
hands.
bar we visit. It's going to be a shot of tequila. Every fucking time it's going to be a shot of tequila.
Humpty shudders the horror of tequila. I
Okay,
have
so
taste, woman.
she gives the names. From
We
the Witch Mammoth. And then there's old Vicente Baronbeak, that son of a bitch bastard that assaulted Buttery.
Woo!
Oh, you said that he wouldn't speak to
He
you.
won't answer any of my questions. No.
Did you know him before, or did you have a relationship with him before?
He's a stubborn son of a gun. I don't know him too well personally, but I had to buy off all his muffins just to get him to come out and talk to me. Oh, he's a stubborn little blackhead Tengu. If I've ever met one.
Don't think you can say that.
I think he just doesn't like the name of my bar, to be honest.
Well, I suppose that would make sense. It is the Tipsy Tango. Do you perhaps?
Yeah, are you...
No, sorry. I don't want to
I was gonna
only
say,
talk.
Is he perhaps offended by the name of this bar?
That's what she just said, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he can.
She's like, whatever.
I don't think she can call this bar that name. With. Yeah. Anyways, not a problem.
Auntie, let's just go.
So
One more question. When you spoke to her the first time, did she perchance say where she was staying?
No, sorry, I didn't get that information. Never
She
came
didn't
up.
leave any sort of contact information at all.
Nope, she just said she'd be back in a few days after she had already secured the rest of the contacts, and that was the end of it. I mean, I don't really get too personal with my vendors. You know, I got a lot of people selling me things, more different prices.
Okay.
Or trying to at least.
Oh my god, I just said assault and buttery out loud to myself in my head and got the pun.
Salt and buttery. That's good.
All right.
Salt and
Buttery is pretty good.
So I'm gonna just set up a quest in your logbook.
Yeah.
Best time.
Give me a quest.
I think it's there. Yeah.
Quest to quest.
Do you see
Ooh,
it?
What is new is the ability to disable blood splatter tokens.
Oh.
Oh.
Hope mine's turned off. I don't want to see any.
Uh-oh.
The O
Oh,
card?
I'm
getting
so
the thumbs
sorry. I
up.
pressed the wrong button.
I'm gonna find the quest somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm
It's
supposed to be
journal.
Toggle objectives.
Journal.
looking.
Journal.
Journal.
Is this points of interest or Edgewatch or what?
Should be under maybe. Yeah, I'll make it its own
Okay.
folder. There you go. Case files.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Ah, there we go.
Ooh, Kate-
Anderson.
Oh, I misspelled that name. Thank you.
Anastasia.
Yeah.
I got the last name right.
We can
Anastasia.
edit it. Cool. We can edit it. So you can add like stuff in the description and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is Corvus a name that's ringing? Like, it's tickling my brain, but is
Ooh,
that?
Let me control search. Corvus.
Yeah, Corvus is the name of the Primarch of the Raven Guard Legion in Warhammer 40,000. It's also a crow.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
his name
that's
is-
why I was like, it's just, well, except for it's spelled differently, but I wasn't sure
He's
if
the
it was
Primarch
also...
of the Raven Guard, and his name is Corvus Corax. In case you think Games Workshop is good at naming people, they're not.
I think Warhammer's whole thing is they just like go for the most over the top obvious
Yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah. Hey, what should we name the leader of the Berserkers that get really angry? I don't know. Angron.
See, to be fair, we did just rescue Rusty and Hoots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those were named in canon by people who are trying to be weird.
It's
Like
true.
they're not named by the universe of like, my child shall be angry, so I shall call him Angron.
Angron.
I will put my child in charge of the legion known as the Iron Hands. My child's name will be Ferris Manus, which
It's
means
definitely some marketing.
Iron
Hand.
Hand. Yeah.
All right, I'm fine. I'm done.
Okay. So, or she's like, do you have it? You sure anything else I can do for you? I've got a few things more to have to do here.
No. One thing actually. Do you have like a little to-go option?
Yeah, sure.
not just for
You want to take out back? Oh, sure. Yeah. What would you like? Got
Could we
some.
just get a light little lunch and a few drinks for us for the road, so we
Oh,
can have it.
I'll get some sandwiches going for you. Get your juices flowing. Are you ready to go? Some breakfast sandwiches, sausage, egg, and cheese.
Very much. Yeah, and I know that Gwendolyn would appreciate the coffee if it's possible, and let me know how much I owe you. Okay?
Oh, show the house. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
And she hooks you up. It's all nice and wrapped in tinfoil, and
I will give Conti the
now I'm hungry.
greasiest.
Now I want a sausage, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, I will give you
know.
the greasiest
second,
sandwich.
So badly right now. Okay.
She devours it and quite literally 2 bites.
Yeah, I thought as much with how much you drink. Okay.
I'll take a coffee too.
Yeah.
Styrofoam cup. There you go.
Auntie's coffee. She enjoys it maybe a little more than she should enjoy just normal coffee. And she tucked something away back into a chest pocket.
I see. Oh, yeah, sure.
All right.
They say no, trust me. They say a little bit helps in the morning.
So where are we going?
We're gonna hit the list of these people. I'd love to recreate this lady's itinerary, right? Because we have the day that she saw Aya, right? And so if we can get a last scene date, we have a good idea of the window of disappearance, right? Because it's probably not very long between last scene and first expected to deliver. They may even have overlap. So if any of them had gotten their deliveries, it helps it narrow down even more. So I think establishing the timeline is what Lilith, think we should do. And if people agree, I feel like we should do it.
That does seem very intelligent. We should do that.
It's a good idea, Savara. I don't know why you're complimenting yourself, but you know.
It was your idea.
What? No, it was your idea. You write it down in the report. It's your idea.
Ladies, you're both pretty.
So where are we going?
I was debating whether or not to start a lead on this. I guess I should. Makes sense.
The humble judge.
Let's
Didn't
do
you
assault and
already?
battery, I guess.
Huh?
Didn't you already do that?
No, I started a case of the disappearing demolition device.
Oh, I just realized that. Yes.
We could drop the mage, or we could just rely on. I don't know. You're still good at investigating, even if it's not.
It's
your
true.
case, right?
It's true. Yes.
Yeah, but it's the whole purpose.
It's the whole point of what we're
Say
doing
you
right now.
change it.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it. I'll workshop the name and let you know.
Cunty is like thinking
The
about
itinerant
names for his
Irison.
days as we're walking. The missing, the Corvette.
I'm trying not to use missing in all of them.
The flight of
Right,
the
a lot of
missing.
missing.
Oh, flight. That's good.
Get a thesaurus out.
Because it's a wine.
I know. Yeah, it's good.
I thought
Yeah.
flight-
Maybe itinerant ice vintner.
How about
Pretty
this?
good.
How about the vanished vintner?
Ooh.
The vanished vintner.
Yeah, there you
we
go.
got there.
There we go.
Oh, it was so
There it
good.
is.
That's
Ah,
very
there it is.
good. It's very good. Okay.
God.
So we're going to Salt and Buttery.
Salt and butter.
Salt and buttery.
Okay.
Is this the top bar, by the way?
I mean, it sounds like it, doesn't it? Run by a Tengu.
Oh,
It's a patisserie shop.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's so cute.
It
makes
So
has.
it's the one that makes the donuts for the cops.
Yes, exactly. It's loaded with caps. It looks like they're just setting up the outside tables. The front of the store has these rollaway windows, like the storefront rolls away, and they bring out the chairs. And there is a Tengu there with a mixer waving it menacingly at some folks that are in the way, shaking it like, and he looks like he's got mottled feathers, his black feathers, of course. He's just shouting nonsense like, and the people are just like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? And start to move along their way as the rest of the other two employees, who are halflings, are setting up the tables, and the Tengu kind of goes back into the shop and disappears into the back by the time you get there.
Right. Shall we? Kind of like wade by way past the employees, giving them a nod, and the shopkeep into the shop. This is where he went. Like, he disappeared into the back.
Yeah. Yep.
It appears to be open and everything, though, right?
Yeah. There's some people. Looks like they're already seated inside, and they're having some pastries. It smells very pleasant in here. It's not too crowded, but there's people walking past and lots of activity happening in the background.
When we go in, is Vincente in? Is he there, or did he go back into the backpack?
Yeah, there's no sign of Vincente, who you presume is the Tengu.
Yep. Just the halflings.
Yep, just the halflings kind of finishing setting up the outside area. Well, one of them is doing that. The other one is working the counter, as there are some folks, making their orders. Everything looks really good in here.
Yes.
You can hear the sounds of someone like cooking in the back.
Savara goes up to the counter and looks at the case of pastries and kind of.
Yes.
Oh, those owlbear claws look just like the ones my father used to get me when I was a child. Oh, they look delicious. Could I have one of these, please?
Owlbear claws, that's so cute. Oh.
And and so she's trying to buy a pastry from
Okay.
a halfling.
So she cuts the line and immediately starts like shopping.
There's a line.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She wouldn't. She
You're
would
gonna
not.
wait in line first, and then you're gonna. All right, no. You get up to the. You order your owlbear, and one of the halflings, grabs it for you, smiles, and gives you the discount.
Oh yeah, the what? the cop discount.
Yes.
Thank you so much. This is delicious. It smells so good. I can't wait to eat it. Pardon me, but I don't suppose you would mind answering a question or two.
Who, me?
Yes. My name is Savara.
Well, hi, Savara. My name's Narmi.
Hi, Nami. Have you worked here a long time?
It's a female halfling. Well, me and my brother, we've been here since the opening.
And when was that?
Oh, about 6 days ago now.
I see. So we are looking for an Irisini woman who apparently was selling some ice wine and perhaps other goods, and she seems to have not come back with the goods. And we were told that your employer Mr. Vincente, was also purchased from her, and we were hoping that you might be able to give us more information. Do you know anything about her?
Oh, you're talking about that lady that was here a while back? Yeah. Well, she done dropped him off a little while ago. Yeah. And you hear from the back, "What's that talking going on out there?"
You say she did drop it off?
And yes, but he kind of stiffens up, or she stiffens up when the shouting from the back room happens, and the Tengu sticks his face, like his beak kind of sticks through like the back window, kind of, and is looking at you like with the side eye, like the tilts his head and looks at you. He's like, "What's this? Did Batiste send you?"
Vincente, right?
Yeah. Did Batiste send you?
Mr. Vincente, no, we're from the Edgewatch, as you can tell by our uniforms.
Yeah, I know who you
like to
are.
ask you a few questions. We would like to ask you a few questions. If you could step out here, please, sir.
You tell Batiste I've already settled that bill. You tell her that. I got nothing to say to you.
A bill?
Excuse you.
I don't think you get how this works, really. We are here to ask you questions. It is a professional courtesy that I'm using a kind tone. But we are going to be asking you questions about the disappearance.
Disappearance?
A disappearance, yes. Someone is disappeared and potentially in danger, or perhaps has come to harm, and we are trying to find them.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check.
Okay, will do. I'm awful at this.
Anybody can assist if they want. Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
Wanting to help, but the way he like straight up disrespected you,
Oh,
she's
well.
like,
Someone
the
could be the
best thing Carthy
primary.
can do
on
is
that.
There you
bring
go.
her back to the situation.
What was that? Sorry, what is Conti doing?
She was going to try to like assist, but like the rudeness from Vincente is like so off-putting that she like turns her back, realizing the best thing she can do is keep her mouth shut in this situation.
Yeah, I'm happy with Savara taking the lead because Yelena was going to be very quickly coming to, all right, bitch, get the hell out of here. We're asking you questions.
Yeah,
And so
Savara
I'm
was
glad
hoping
Savara-
she could just deal with the nice halfling instead of the irritable Tengu,
Right.
He's
but
got sharp ears, you
Conversation.
know. He's got
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't want his employees just yammering away.
Yeah.
So the Tengu looks square at Savara and it's like, "So Batiste didn't send you?"
no, I'm not sure who that is.
Okay.
Am I?
I'm gonna make a mental note of the fucking name though.
Yeah.
You
I
maybe
I can't entirely understand what you're saying because of the
I think he's saying
accents.
Batiste, right?
Batiste,
Or
yeah.
Patrice or
Batiste.
Batiste.
Oh,
Batiste is another officer at Edgewatch.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
interesting.
Batiste. Have we
He
met
plays
Batiste?
Drax. Yeah, he plays Drax in what's its face.
But we would recognize the name.
Yes.
Okay.
Only so
Right.
many people work in Edgewatch, I imagine.
Yeah.
Hello to
No, he
Raiders
didn't.
from
We're just trying to
Roll for
find out what happened
Perception.
to a woman named
Woo!
Anastasia Corvus, and we were told that you had perhaps talked to her, and we were hoping that you could give us some more information in order to find her.
Well, I don't know anything about that. She delivered her ice wine. I got it.
So you ordered some, and she did bring it to you.
Delivered just last Friday.
Which is how many days ago?
Well, today's Oath Day,
that
which is
was last
Thursday.
Yeah, I know,
Thursday,
but I
so-
don't know that.
Last
okay.
Friday. Last
Okay.
Friday.
Oh, last Friday. Sorry, Oath Day is in the middle of the week, but that's Thursday because it starts on Monday.
Oath Day is Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
We're
Yeah,
learning the days.
it's just that I personally don't know which day is which.
Hello, roll for perception. Woo. Oh, roll for perception. I'm dropping a raid in here. Okay, that's fun. Hello.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
hello. I thought you were at roll
Oh.
perception. Yeah, okay.
Roll it right now. Okay.
Okay.
For costs, for
Yeah.
getting a bird
So
information.
according to this Tengu, the ice wine was delivered. 4 days ago.
But thank you,
We're narrowing
Raiders, for
down.
making me realize that I do need to sense motive on this bird.
How do you
Good
sense motive
call.
of a bird?
That's a tough one.
question, sir, or somebody who remembers, when was she supposed to deliver the wine to the Tipsy Tango?
She was supposed to deliver it the day before.
The day
Yesterday.
before to him?
The day before the festival started. So
Gotcha.
we're
Yeah.
looking at
Right, which was
Oh.
2-3 days ago.
Mhm.
I was saying
Mhm.
4 days ago now, so
Yeah.
we have a
So far your timeline is she met with Belberry. And Belberry recommended a few other places. So she was going out to them before making the final delivery at Belberry. Because Belberry didn't want to get it too early.
So this Tango is the last person to see her alive. Ergo.
That we know so far.
Under arrest.
Yeah.
probably so.
Savara bites into her pastry and then stops and looks at us suspiciously.
And Tengu's
Oh,
also
thank
like,
you.
I even kept a little bottle here for cooking. Rest of it's gone, though. Big Sulla. Get back to work, you two.
Anything from my sense motive?
No.
Imagine if there was black goo in this wine.
It's all connected.
And I'll like lean over to did we need anything else from him? Because it's a pretty clear time. Some time between, right? Because the start of the festival, forgive me, was Toil Day. So the day before was Moon Day, right? No. No.
No, the festival started on the 1st, which was Moon Day.
Moon
that
Day.
calendar back up.
So
Yeah, this was
we had
you were on the 4th of Saren right now. It's been 4 days since you've started. It's the festival
So-
started.
So sometime between the 29th and the 31st is when she went missing. We have a 3-day window that we need to nail her down in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Savara kind of.
He goes, you want some information? You go check out that shady fella from the common cherry store. I caught that little rat lingering.
What?
I caught that little rat lingering.
Interesting. Did you know where your ice wine vintner was staying at all? Did you know where she was based in?
I don't answer these
Where her
questions.
delivery came
Why
from?
would I care about such a stupid detail like that?
Do you
You're
have
not
any
here
of the
where the
barrels?
person gets it from?
Do you have any of the empty barrels left?
That's a good question.
They're just bottles, but yeah.
Oh, bottles.
Yeah, do they have a maker's mark on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Bottling facility.
he shakes one at you from behind the window, and it's a bottle. It's got like little berries on it, I guess, like or designs and stuff like that. It's good for cooking.
Interesting. And I'll turn to Savara's like, if that is an uncommon maker's mark, I bet you one of the dockhands who unloaded the shipment that it came in, or maybe it came over land. Well, no, it would have to go by boat at some point, right? Because Absalom
We are on
smack
an
dab-
island, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
so maybe
she
one of the
brought them. She had them with her. Like she brought them with
yeah,
her.
but she shouldn't carry it, right? She probably is keeping it in a place and like
Yeah.
brought them over by ship. So somebody unloaded that pallet and may recognize the maker's mark. and may know where these got sent to, like what warehouse, because the warehouse is probably in the docks district. Full honesty, I don't even think there's storage in Precipice, you know? So we go to the docks, we maybe see if somebody has seen the bottle before, right? It's a weird bottle. It's not a city maker's mark, you know? It's foreign. Not a lot of foreign wine gets delivered.
I don't
Decent
suppose.
amount.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to sell us one of these bottles.
The empty
There's
ones.
my last one. I last on this one.
The empty ones? You have the empty ones still?
Yeah.
I'll give him a silver for an empty wine bottle.
Savara's hoping for like just a little trace of the wine itself as well in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if there is
So
any.
if you're looking for a bottle, you can check out that little rat at the Cherry Corner store. I seem to be real interested in it.
Right, can I just take your empty bottle? A silver. Here, take it for an empty bottle. It's more than you'll get for a
Take
silver.
on a bottle. Orders one of the halfling employees, and they bring it out to you and hand it to you. It's a fancy little bottle.
All right.
Hunty sniffs it.
Auntie, if there's some in there, don't drink it. I might be able to trace the
Oh
liquid.
no, she does it like smell like it's like a good liquor?
Yeah, you know, it had the wine in it, so it still kind of permeates a bit.
But it's not like cheap like trash.
No, but the bottle feels like a little cold, even. You can see kind of a vapor mist escaping
Chill.
from it.
Back in, tap it.
All right. All right.
Well, that definitely narrows down the timeline. Should we speak to the other people that Belbro mentioned?
I mean, we can try. We can try to find a more definitive time. We definitely should cover our bases. Having the bottle is nice. As well, it could bring up something. I don't really. Do you want to go check out the rat guy that the guy was talking about? It sounds like business squabble to me. But we could try it.
Well,
What do you all think?
well, they said he was interested in the bottle as well, so maybe he would know something about the bottle.
That's a point. Okay. All right. We can go check it out too. So
And-
yeah, let's just start hitting people on the list. What's up?
I get the feeling that Master Baron Beak is the common denominator in everyone who is considered. I can't put a sentence together. It's considered rude. I think he's the rude one. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
Perhaps
the
the Tingu we just talked to.
Vincente.
Yes, Baron Beak. Perhaps anyone else we talk to will be much more reasonable.
Hopefully. But yeah, sir, I don't know if you want to do these, like, I don't know if you want to do another one specifically, but I'm good also to montage shit if you want.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's just hit the names. We'll try to get a good
Okay.
timeline of the last time somebody saw her and where.
Okay, so where are you going next?
The person he mentioned was not one of the ones Belbury gave us, right?
No.
No, I don't think so.
What was
Let's hit up
that
that.
name?
It was
Yeah.
the rat at some kind of corner store.
Yeah. Is that closer? I guess.
I imagine it's nearby if he was like.
Yeah, I
Probably
mean,
right down the street.
It's all. Yeah, this store is pretty much down the street. Yeah. Okay. So the corner cherry. Sorry, the
Cherry.
common cherry corner store.
Oh, that's my nickname in college.
When you first enter this place, it doesn't. What? It doesn't.
Thanks, Rachel.
It doesn't seem like this place would serve alcohol. There are shelves that run the length of the store and along the walls. A small counter at the front sells papers, including some of the more notable ones like Eyes on Absalom, cigars. It's kind of like a bodega.
Ooh. Bodega.
All night, bachelor snuff, those kind of things are being sold here. Yes, all
I'm
night,
gonna get
all night, baby. That's what it's called.
This is where Elena gets her egg and cheese.
Oh
What- what is
Stephanie
the-
rolls her eyes at the nearest, and she goes to the nearest McDonald's.
Yeah.
What's the main headline on one of the papers?
Graveraker! Gone!
Spins into the foreground.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, Edgewatch agents clueless.
There's a photo of
It's very
Yeah.
It's
Mugshots.
Yeah, they're all like, ooh. Was this caricature drawn of the cop? It's very sensational.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, wait a minute. There's like maybe like a subheadline about is there a dark and evil mirror of Absalom filled with shadow counterparts to everything and everyone in the city?
yes. That theme moves on to the next article.
Are we just making
Turn
up
to page
new
3. You know? Oh no, page 3 is too important. Page 6.
Yeah.
Definitely
You open
page
page
6.
6, just like in 80-point font. Yes. Close the page.
The front of the store has perishable food, with longer-lasting food rations closer to the back, where adventuring gear is sold. And tucked away furthest all the way to the back on one of the ends are potions and smaller bottles of beverages, including 4 of those bottles, selling for 2 gold pieces each. The counter
You said the
is...
bottle. Sorry, you said the bottle was cold to the touch, right?
Yeah. Behind the counter is a human. He just looks really bored. Doesn't even really greet you when you come in.
Agents of Edgewatch, and Kunti presents her badge.
He looks at the badge. He's like, all right, shrugs. Sure, whatever.
Would hit to ask you a few questions.
Are you the proprietor?
And he kind of reluctantly like gets up from his slouch. Boss! Cops are here! We'll talk to you! And in comes this little rat folk. Hobbling through. And I think you wanted to kind of get to the...
Yeah,
Right, okay.
it's fine.
Unless you guys want to do this.
Either way.
So you
I'm
asked
okay.
General... What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm okay with montaging it. You know,
Okay,
it feels like
yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna be doing this.
All right, so
You just want a diplomacy check?
Do that, yeah.
Or do we even need it because he's not?
Yeah, well, no, give me a gather information. Let's see how well you do here.
I can. No, I don't think I
We
can.
assist
help,
on
really.
that?
Good plus 3.
Or roll on our own?
Oh, I have hobnobber. Does that just?
I'll roll a diplomacy. Is that what you said, right?
Well, he's to gather information, which yes, we need diplomacy.
You gather information quicker, which is
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It didn't give me a bonus. It's fine.
Okay.
I also have Hobnobber. So the gather information
Buddies.
takes half a month.
wow.
Yeah. We're gonna crack
Yeah,
one case before lunch.
All right, so you learn from this Isoki. That he heard about Anastasia's rare wine when he was shopping at Assault and Buttery. But he waited until she put some distance, not wanting to anger the Tengu with competition. She did deliver it. I'm sorry, it's a female. And she found that the wine wasn't to her taste. So she's selling it 5 days later. So it's not as icy anymore.
Okay.
It's kind of way in the back, you know, like people aren't really.
Maybe
So-
some magic or alchemical.
Yeah.
But she got
I
it,
did
but she got it on the 31st.
She got it the same day that the Tengu got it. The salt and
30th.
buttery, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's her name? Did we? I know we didn't ask, but
Yeah, her name. I will post it.
thanks. I don't suppose that you have any watch discounts. I'd like to buy a bottle. A watch discount on alcohol.
Want to get wasted?
Humphrey's ears perk up. Oh, I'm not.
There is no watch.
Well, that's
Problematic
gonna. I don't
today.
know. I think you have to give me its credit diplomacy on that one.
Okay.
Trying to get her to. We'll say that she is.
Oh
different.
crap! Oh well, that was. I mean, I
Nah.
forgot to push the button again. But yeah, I know it's fine.
No, the make an impression is not secret.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all right. I would like to purchase a bottle though, and she'll shell out the 2 gold
Okay.
pieces or whatever.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and she goes on to say how she opened the store. She could sell off less impressive treasures that she's accumulated over the years. I thought maybe she could break into the food business, but it hasn't been working out too well.
Interesting.
So you got the wine directly after the woman visited a salt and buttery. Did you notice how she was carrying it about? Did she have a cart or a fork?
She did not have the wine with her.
Well, how did you get your wine then?
Oh, when she brought it, she brought just exact amounts that we had agreed on, and she was carrying it by camelback.
Camel?
Mm-hmm. Camels are a
That's-
She had
common
a
sight.
camel?
That's unusual for
Oh.
a place. That's unusual for a place that's known for winter, though, right?
No, you can charter them. They're local.
Yeah.
It's like a local port.
Camels are very,
So
very
just-
common.
They're at the docks.
In
Yeah,
first
they're coming
edition,
from the south.
horses were outlawed in Absalom.
As long as Savra doesn't think that that's odd that she had a camera, the camel, then that's fine.
Totally
It would
normal.
be very odd if she had a camera,
Yeah.
but
I have an iPhone. Is this odd?
Can't they step back?
yeah, I mean, if they're readily available for hire, and probably we've probably seen lots of camels like hauling in loads as people were setting up.
So,
Absolutely. No, camels are a
Absalom
very,
stuff.
very common sight. They're more common than horses in Absalom.
did the camel have a livery on it? Like that, if she got it locally, it should have some sort
And he-
of mark. in it.
She kind of thinks for a moment, it's like, I did, but I just can't remember it. I didn't pay attention to that.
Still though, it's a good lead. Thank you so much for letting us know.
Do you know which gate she came in, or where she was staying?
Shakes his head no. My guess is from somewhere up north, I think.
What? Out of curiosity, what about the wine didn't you like?
It's not my choice, it's my customers. They're just not fancying it. I'm just gonna have to give up on the food and drink business. And stick to the joke.
I'm sorry.
We need a new marketing director. Okay. I think that covers the bases, right?
Okay. Well, what now?
Well, Well, like I said, we can do our due diligence and see if somebody saw her after the 30th.
Yeah.
But it's looking like we may not get much closer than that.
Can we say we talked to Mazashka and Horatio and roll
Let's
something
just
if
do
we
it.
need to, and just find out if there's any new information they can give us?
Okay, well, let's do them in order then. Which ones are you going to go to next?
Horatio.
The
Ratio.
wet
Horatio.
mammoth. Okay, the wet mammoth is a
Oh,
narrow.
it's terrible in here.
This is all on the precipice, or the Beldrins Bluff, of course. These are all
That makes it easy.
new. Most of these are new construction, and the wet mammoth is no exception. It is a narrow store built to resemble a narrow mead hall, reminiscent of the land of the Lenorm Kings.
Yeah, I was thinking Mammoth, and she's from Irison. There might be a connection here.
It's filled with long tables and benches, similar wood to exposed beams. Above, there's a fireplace that takes up almost the entire back wall. Pretty cool spot. Cooking over this fireplace is you smell the delicious meat, roasty. Spits of chicken are spinning over the fire, and a towering Ulfen of a man greets you and welcomes you to the wet mammoth, and you get to the nitty gritty of things with him. And he talks about his welcome to his tavern. He's saved up a long time for this. He's never been to the north, but appreciates the romantic ideal. Oh, I'm sorry.
Those romantic wet mammoths.
I'm sorry. This guy's not an old fan. I got that mixed up completely.
Conti started talking to him a little bit about like his wants and desires. Does he like
This
long walks on the
guy,
beach?
I apologize. I totally had it backwards. This guy is a dampier.
Oh, Conti.
Yeah.
Still interested.
Why? Okay.
She thinks about it. She's like,
to yeah.
yeah, I would. She says to Samara as they walk in.
Yeah, it kind of looks.
Oh,
like
that is
this.
a you. Horatio.
There you go. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Okay.
a big old grin.
Yeah.
Huh. So he welcomes you. He's always been fascinated. He seems to be a bit of a romanticist. Of the frozen north. And you bring up Anastasia, and he kind of brightens up a bit, as much as a Dampier can brighten.
Interesting.
And he talks about, just how it was fate that he got to meet her. Being such a fan of this, of the frozen north, that he and her really hit it off. She came in, to sell the wine, and he agreed to purchase some of it. But she also stayed, and 5 nights ago they shared an evening, drinks and.
Ooh.
And she had promised to stop by after finishing her round of sales.
Was this on the 30th?
Did she?
Yes, but then she looks kind of sad and is like, but she never came back.
Ooh,
I thought I had feared. I thought I had offended her in some way. And I've been kind of just moping around, really. Is she okay? Wait, so maybe she wasn't ignoring me. But well, wait, you're here. That means something may have happened to her. Oh, I should have been more persuasive and getting us to spend more time together.
Easy. Look, we don't know that anything bad has happened. We're just trying to find her right now. So any information you can give will be doing a good thing for her,
How was the wine? Did you like it?
It was exquisite. It was
Have you had ice wine before?
Well, not until Anastasia brought it here to me, but to try.
Did you enjoy it?
I
I've heard
very
good-
much did.
great things about them.
We enjoyed a nice evening together.
Did she perhaps tell you where she was staying, or leave any way to contact her?
Or do you have anything of hers?
I didn't want to. I didn't, want to press too hard, and that I didn't want to scare her off, And
Did you notice?
I get it.
Did you notice the livery on her camel? Do you know who that belonged to?
no, I did not. I was trying not to be too invasive. I mean, she's a stranger in this great city. I was trying to respect her privacy. You see. Oh my goodness! I hope she's okay. Have you tried some of the other local sellers? I know she said she was making a few stops.
Did she mention to you any other places that she was selling? We have a few names, but
I mean, she did say she was staying at a place, but she said it was very. It reminded her of home, but I really couldn't.
So perhaps on some sort of northern Avestan inn?
this is the Galarian.
Clarion.
She's okay.
And she
Well,
just lived.
she had
so the
mentioned.
night-
She did mention that she would be checking out of a hotel with all these various rooms, and one of them made her feel very much at home.
Well, perhaps it was the Galarian.
Interesting.
Well, we will. We thank you very much for your information, and I think we might have a place we can look for her. We'll let you know if we find her.
Oh, please do, please. I do hope you find her. She's a very,
Thank you very much.
very nice woman, and I'd very much like to see her again.
Did you take any selfies of her? Can you provide us your security footage?
Got a warrant for
How-
that?
Yeah.
How has the wine been selling? Have others enjoyed the ice wine?
Nobody likes it,
Sorry.
I guess.
Um,
That
Oh,
paragraph
it's not
isn't-
good.
Isn't indexed?
yeah. No. Wait. She never brought it. She never brought the wine.
Oh,
Okay. So he never got the wine. So far we have Cherry Root got the
She's
wine.
supposed to come back and never did. And he's
Okay. So
heartbroken.
Cherry Root got the wine. Baron Beak got the wine, and those are the only two that we know have gotten the wine so far.
Mhm. I'll be right back. I
Yeah,
need
she was
go
supposed to
the-
come on the day before the festival.
Which was the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm right
So we
back.
need to go check with
Okay.
Masha Kadash at the Humble
Yeah,
Judge.
there's one.
Mazash.
one-
Mazash.
I think maybe like while they're interrogating this person, Conte gets like a little bored. He's kind of like looking through some other stuff in the store, and very slyly tries to slide a small like trinket into Wendelin's pocket.
Well, give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, he's just kind of like, not like actively trying to steal it, but just like kind of like joking around. Maybe she's a little bored.
Like
I'm
something,
gonna
Great.
assume that your
That,
perception
uh,
is
something from the
That's-
counter or something from her own possession.
And if I'm like from one of the counters.
Oh. Okay, well, this is not a place that's selling items. It's like a.
I'm thinking he means like a spoon or
Oh, it's
something.
like the bodega.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
He's
I'm
just
thinking
trying
the
to pull a
bodega.
prank on
No,
me.
you're in like a
Yeah.
longhouse tavern, like a longhouse.
It's a pewter
Maybe
mug.
It's silverware on the.
It's
Yes.
like a used napkin. It's just something. It's not something
A
necessarily
coaster.
worth a lot of money. Yeah.
Poster, yeah.
They said it's pint night, so I'm taking the pint.
Okay.
Well, so that doesn't beat my
Ooh.
perception DC.
So you.
I don't know if that's how it's normally done, but
Hmm.
Yep.
so I clock it. I probably don't mention it, and then I will cast a spell on him, or sorry, on her, and give her like little horns with figment. It's just an illusion, but it's
Imagination, imagination.
yeah, it's yeah. So I
He
just
thinks he pulled one over on you and is like disappointed, like, oh, it's almost if she wanted to play some sort of game, not noticing the tiny nubs that are sticking up.
All right. So are we going to somewhere else now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep going.
The Humble
Gotta
Jug.
get
Okay.
them
The
jugs.
humble jug.
So the Humble Jug is a spacious tavern filled with round tables and a bar in velvet bunting. And this is kind of neat because now you have places that you can come back to if you decide you want to.
Yeah.
Place.
So it's not humble at all.
No. It's got raised stage takes up the back left and a portable lectern off to the side. The walls are covered with musical instruments. The ones within reach look more playable, but the higher up ones more fanciful.
So it's like a bard's Cracker Barrel.
Hmm. There is a lizard folk who is kind of greeting people and making the rounds and talking to folks as they're enjoying a light meal or a couple of drinks. And when you kind of enter in and start asking questions, a lot of the patrons are like, give us a song, give us some music. They start kind of directing at you guys to perform some sort of
all right.
musical or
Now's my time. Are you ready?
Operation.
You got this.
Spotlight.
Hunty vanished
So,
in the crowd.
Gwendolyn kind of tugs on her scarf and is now in like a Jessica Rabbit-esque, like red
Ew.
Whoa.
sequin robe. She's a bit taller and more beautiful than she was before.
Nice. So to use
She
the
goes
hand
up
of
and she grabs
disguise.
the mic that doesn't exist. And she starts singing Fever. in the morning."
Yeah.
Oh my god! Of course, of course.
Let of a wolf whistle.
The band kicks in. With those kicks when you swing your hips around.
Hunty's a backup singer.
Yeah.
With, the
Okay.
rest of the party.
This might be the first time you've all seen.
Yeah,
Evelyn
definitely.
Wow.
Everybody
What the
kind of
fuck are you doing in college?
gives a toast and drinks. And it doesn't take long before you can meet with Mazasha Kadash, the lizard folk, who seems very impressed with Gwendolyn's performance and invites her to come by anytime to
Nice.
play and when she's off duty. And you learn that she did not receive any wine either, although they did buy some, so she seems a little perturbed that she would just she kind of had already written her off. They had hoped to contribute bottles of the wine of the pot for the Radiant Festival, because they usually have like these performance things going on at this place specifically, where people toss in stuff to the pot, just random people throwing in things.
The grog pit.
Yeah. Pieces of jewelry or things like that. No. To like the people that perform the best. They have like performance offs. Yeah, and this lizard folk was hoping to contribute some of this wine to the pot, and she's a little miffed at how tight-lipped this Iraseni woman was. Didn't really want to talk too much about her travels when she was pressed to like tell a story or anything like that. She wasn't really interested.
Did you? So you never got the wine?
She never got the gist, but you do find out where she was storing the wine. She did divulge that she was holding it at the Frozen Dwarf Vault.
Okay.
Which is somewhere in Eastgate.
I think we have our next lead.
Yeah.
He starts walking out before you can ask any more questions.
Hmm.
And so now she has like a small pipe and glasses out of nowhere.
Yeah, I dismissed the illusion that I have of basically as soon as I jump off the stage and kind of melt back into the crowd. As much as someone in a police uniform could melt into the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Holy shit, Wendelin, that was good.
Oh no. That was somebody else's performance. I was just borrowing a little talent.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how the really famous bards are able to create and make new things? I can't do that. I can copy someone to a pretty good degree, but I don't have any sort of creative spark.
The performance was wonderful, though.
Yeah, that was done by Jessica over at the Legs and Kegs.
Legs and kegs, nice.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Isn't that what art is, though? Just taking in the world and just. Never mind.
You think if I knew the answer to that question, I would be working in the watch? It was good. And then I don't really know what or who did it, but it was good.
Yeah, maybe in a different life. My father was in the watch before me, so kind of happened. Oh, I should actually tell you. I once actually before I was a watch member, I kind of broke into one of the watch stations and kind of sat in on one of the like briefings that I wasn't supposed to be at. It was a lot of fun.
Conley like cracks a smile. I knew I liked you.
So far as eyes get a little big.
Tomorrow night, Legs and Kegs. I'm free tomorrow.
It's we can definitely go there. It's up in the what quarter am I from? The
We say as we're walking to Eastgate.
Yeah, okay, so you take a little time to kind of figure out where this place is. But yeah, you are leaving the Beldrins Bluff jurisdiction, so to speak. So you don't really have much authority out here. Do keep that in mind.
Okay.
But eventually, after asking around and getting directions. Oh, by the way, Eastgate is just a beautiful district. It's mostly residential, as you can see.
Wait a minute. Is that the one I'm from, Eastgate, originally?
No, you're from the Petal district, aren't you?
No.
Petals, that's what it is. Okay.
Oh, are you also Petals?
No, petals, not puddles.
Yeah, no.
It's just further north from the escape, but it's on the way. If we end our day here, I mean, you're halfway home.
Yeah, so we are.
Well, so I live
Eastgate.
outside of the Petals district in the town that's right to
Copperwood?
the
Right.
yeah.
So
Copperwood.
she most likely came in through the postern gate here. But yes, your travels take you probably to around this area here, outside of the precipice quarter.
So while we're talking, I want to kind of mention, I kind of wonder if this woman was a fraud, to be honest. I wonder if she wasn't from Earson, and because, you know, maybe she, and maybe someone figured that out. I'm not sure, but so far the people who have, the only person who said they've liked the wine is, how do I put this? I don't know, what's the northern version of a weeb? Like he's
But no.
The Kanku also enjoyed it, and we have a bottle.
He likes it for cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a certain thing about cooking. Usually you don't cook with wine that you'd rather drink with, right? I know there's some people who's like, oh, never cook with something you wouldn't drink, but like, that's usually not.
He's a patisserie, right? It probably means a high sugar content, and that's a very divisive flavor profile for wine. Not that Elena would know, but Lilith does, so that's why she's saying it in this stupid accent.
Oh, Lily, your accent has changed.
Hi,
Is
how
that
you
no
doing?
longer Southern California?
I am not from Southern California, so I can tell you. It's a whole different country down there. 8 hours away.
Middle California?
Yeah, I'm
Mid-
from
So leaving the crowded
West Coast.
district of Beldrins Bluff with all of the hoopla and fanfare. And keep in mind, the festival is being celebrated everywhere in Absalom, but it's concentrated right here, you know? These are where the fairgrounds are, but everybody is celebrating. So you see little streamers. And,
you showed us the parade route through all of
yeah,
Absalom.
it goes through the whole city, yeah. But the Eastgate is like very calm and peaceful. It's you don't see many shops at all. It's mostly just residential homes. You can see a lot of grass and greenery, and you can see the hill that makes up the Petal district way to the north. You can see it rising in the distance where there's even more greenery. And if you look forward, it's like all manors and individual houses. You look behind you, and it's just all jumbled up cities and stuff, and you feel very sense of ease and peace by once you enter this district. It's very quiet. And you locate the frozen dwarf vault.
I was gonna say Gwendolyn probably does not look at it as ease here because he does not like this place.
Yeah. Not a lot of places to hide or blend
well,
in,
it's also full of
in.
a bunch of rich assholes who usually cause problems.
It is one of the more affluent districts. People always kind of whisper that there's like the nobles, gather in secret meetings at Eastgate to decide the future and direction of Absalom.
I think there's a cult here. I heard black dragons and veiled masters and all sorts of nonsense.
So
Apparently the black dragon is below the streets.
Right. How could I forget?
The Frozen Dwarf Vault. It's in southern Eastgate, where a bunch of warehouses are kind of off the main street. And you can see that these people here are clearly Abadar worshippers. There's a symbol of Abadar kind of built into the stone as you enter this structure. Let's see here. It's a one-story stone warehouse, but there is a steep ramp with iron railings that leads down 2 stories.
Whoa!
Where a portcullis is flush in front of an iron door. The door has a window that opens, but the door is currently open and the portcullis is raised as people are coming in and going, not very in large numbers, but it doesn't look like it's blocked off or anything like that, or people are prevented from doing their business. And as you kind of enter, you get the sense that you're in some sort of bank.
Oh.
Or at least it was once a bank. As these, as you drop the 2 stories down, you enter into this grand hall that is clearly like dwarven architecture. Yeah. And I guess you kind of, you identify yourselves and going with the spirit of the montage that we're doing here. You meet with one of the bankers by the name of Guldir Coldkin. And he goes on to explain the history of this place. He's pretty proud of it. Where centuries ago, dwarven worshippers of Abadar tried to establish a bank at first, but in their tunneling they found more than stone, but caverns, and they were cold caverns. It got colder the further down they went. But the walls were thicker than the ones protecting the entrance above, so they eventually decided to turn this place into a cold storage facility. So it's pretty niche. And you can even
ice wine.
And you can see that there are some spellcasters about maybe casting spells or elementals kind of wisping around. And Guldir is happy to kind of we'll give you a gather information check. That's what we're doing here, unless you want to use another skill. Because he's a little suspicious because you're outside of your jurisdiction.
Is this a high-ranking criminal?
Sorry, no.
Good question.
You have to tell us we're cops.
I mean, I've got an idea.
I mean, you're in uniform, so it's not like...
Yeah.
I've got an idea of pretending like I'm supposed to be here.
Okay, all right. All right, so you...
I will take your lead.
You give him the kind of the misdirection of sorts as you tell him you're supposed to be here.
I'm like implying I have more authority in this moment than I actually do.
And he's without any kind of search warrant, even though they take their clients' privacy very seriously. He does kind of relent and tell you that the records indicate that the last time Anastasia visited was 4 days ago, and there's only 1 week remaining on her space lease.
Space lease?
And she has only 2 of the original 6 lots remaining. Now, each lot was delivered to a different individual.
Oh, so she might have been there for the deliveries.
So
She made the delivery herself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was here on the 31st. Is the important thing to know. Is the last time she was here was on the 31st, which means she left here with a lot, most likely to make a delivery, and never made it.
Well, I think we're missing somebody too. So, Baron Beak got his wine. Malvin got his wine. Cherry Root got his wine. And then there's 2 left.
No, Malvon did not get his wine. Malvon and
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
Kadash didn't get their wine. So Cherry Root and Baron Beak.
Right. She has 6 lots. How many buyers?
Well, we don't know if we know them all, but
Well, so we have 5, I think, right? We had Barry, Bellberry, Masha, Horatio, Cherry Root, and Vincent. Right? That's 5.
Okay.
I'm counting 5, yeah. And we know 3 of them didn't get it.
But you said there's 2 left in the vault?
2 lots left in the vault. Yep.
But as someone said, it's possible that she disappeared when she was, like, had one out that she was still holding.
And then the last piece of information he tells you is that she did leave a point of contact.
Oh. Would you be able to share that with us?
Some place called and he kind of chuckles. The Golarian?
Oh my god. Dun dun.
Yeah.
We hear
Can it like sound like a Calliope instead, since we're going to the Galarian?
Yeah.
A what?
Calliope, the circus organ.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nice. So that's all you can get out of him.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely should visit the Galari Inn. It's like a theme restaurant, right?
Yeah, it's like it's totally
the Rainforest Cafe.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an animatronic dragon nearby. Somewhere a rune lord on the hour pops out of a hole in the ground next to a table labeled Sandpoint.
2 things. First of all, there's a version of that in Starfinder, except it's an entire planet called Galarian World. Very
Amazing.
funny. Second thing is, I can't wait for Eddie Burback to go to every Galari Inn on Galarian and make his video about it. If you haven't seen Eddie Burback go to every Rainforest Cafe and Margaritaville, you should totally watch it.
Oh, that sounds funny.
Okay. So
We're headed to the Galarian, Evans. What time is it?
it is. It's getting late in the day because it's been a lot of walking and talking and stuff. So looking at about 6 o'clock ish. So you got about an hour left before your shift is over.
How long will it take to walk to the Galarian, do we think?
About 30 minutes. You're the if we go to the Precipice Quarter map there. Take it to the map. The tip. No, I'm sorry, not the tip. Sengu. The Golarian is right about here, I'll say. And you're coming from southern Eastgate, so it's going to take about 20 minutes.
We'll arrive about dinner time. We can.
Okay, let's go check out the Galarian and then we're going to call it the day, huh? Sound good?
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Any plans tonight?
Actually, I wanted to show y'all something if I could. I figured we had a rough day, and whenever I had a rough day, I had the thing I like to do. But we'll do it after work. No worries.
Oh, Sorry, I was saying I have plans. I was curious if anybody else did.
Oh, never mind then.
All right, so
I don't.
you make your way back down through the festival again. Still, things are popping at night. Still,
Pop, pop.
fireworks are going off in the distance over the living lake, and the Glorian is looks to be not a new building. It's looks to have once maybe been a factory, but part of it is refurbished and built.
Like every, Rainforest Cafe.
Yes.
The door is open, so you can go right in.
Table for 4?
Well, you get into the lobby and it's like a nice wood floors and polished furniture. I don't know, little fireplace off to the side, nice little seating area, and there's some more doors. You're in like a lobby, basically, right? A little seating area, lobby. It's very opulent, and behind the desk is that half orc that you saw.
Okay. Yeah.
And she gets really she straightens up when she sees you come in, and
You seem to recognize us. I guess I might be the only
you're
one
in
she saw.
uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think it's
No,
more
I
like
know, but that was an additional question.
Yeah, but there is a spark of recognition also. She does, perhaps. She seems pretty keen.
The Lotus.
Savara is the one that helped her boss.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that's why she would recognize her. But
Yeah.
So Savara walks up and says, good evening. I don't suppose Hendred is here. We need to talk to him. He's not in trouble, but
And you can see she swallows.
Yeah, we're following a case, and we think he might have information that could help us. I love that art.
Oh.
Master Pratchett, he's not available at the moment. She closes the book that she has also. It's a ledger. And she puts the ledger under the desk. And she's just like, what? What can I do for you, officers?
Well, there is a woman who we have reason to believe who was staying here who has not been seen in several days, and we're trying to find her to make sure she's okay. Her name is Anastasia Corvis. Do you know if she was here?
She's like,
She sells wine.
Do you have some kind of writ of searching?
My bark writ. Oh, she's asking us for a warrant?
I don't suppose. I mean, do you think we need one? Is there something here we should be getting a warrant for? Because if not, these are simple questions.
Yes, there is definitely something we should be getting a warrant for. I will kind of like give Wendolyn a looks like I don't think we can push our luck here.
Give me a perception check, everyone who's kind of talking with her.
I'm worried about being too stinky.
Stinky?
Stinky.
Also, I don't know if this I don't know if this should be private or not, but that is for my glean contents. Did I get a quick glimpse at that ledger before she?
Shit, that's tough. Because it's upside
Quickly
down.
Scanning. Well, it specifically
so you
says.
tried to scan it? Are you telling me?
Yeah, it specifically says only partially glimpse, upside down, or reverse from your perspective, or even sealed.
Huh.
Okay. And that's what the society check was for? All right.
Yes.
I'm going to say that you did see the name in the ledger.
Okay. Hey, if
but
I
you also did see that
only use that feat one time,
No,
I will
that's
be happy.
great.
So
I saw that
I'm
you
kind
had
of
that.
excited.
I saw that you had that.
Excited about that.
But you also see that she was marked as checked out.
Oh, okay.
And but you're not sure of the date.
Mm-hmm.
Elena, though,
That's a great feat.
you notice that she has kind of her sleeves rolled up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of rolling her sleeves down as she's talking to you guys. It doesn't seem, out of the ordinary. Maybe Savara thinks it's a little odd, but you do see that she has a tattoo on her forearm.
Do I recognize it?
Yes, you would recognize it as a tattoo of someone who spent time in the brine.
How long have you been working here? Out of curiosity.
Am I under interrogation now?
No, just curious. You look like someone I know.
She swallows again. She seems a little apprehensive. I've been with Master Pratchett since you opened this place.
Huh.
How is his
It's like
head
an-
doing, by the way?
What's that?
How is Hendrick's head? How is your master doing after his altercation?
Sir, that was me
He's
trying
fine.
to figure it out.
He wounds easily he's a bit of a softie.
Guess that's why he keeps you around, huh?
A life of hampered ness can lead to make you prone to accidents and injuries.
Yes, there's a lot of nobles who are like that.
And then you ask her about that's why she keeps her. She's like, well, yes, among other things. Now, I do have to tend to some of my guests, if you don't mind. I do have to close up the shop.
Can you tell us
Great.
when Master
You have an
Puck will be
excellent
back?
I'm gonna
Well,
start
I'll-
escorting Savara.
I'll pass on that you stopped by, and he'll know where to find you if he.
Yeah.
What the
I'm
fuck
gonna
is
like
going
try to
on here?
usher. Yeah, I'm gonna try to usher everybody out because
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. Sir, out of curiosity, was she telling the truth with how long that she's been working there? That was what I just rolled.
Right. Well, let me. It's. Yes.
Okay.
What the fuck was that? You
And
looked
I
at
don't know.
Savara and. Sorry.
Out of curiosity, did I pick up anything? Like, I guess I can use my deception DC.
To deception DC for what?
To see if they're lying, like they have to pass
Lying.
my deception DC.
That's perception. That's deception against your perception.
Right, unless I have lied.
Oh, you just put that. I'm sorry. I thought that was Yelena that dropped that. Okay. So you can use deception to read traps.
It's like one higher. It's 17 versus 16, but.
Okay. Nope. She doesn't seem like she's lying.
All right. I'm sorry to push people out of there. It's just two things. First of all, yes, it was suspicious. But second of all, that is a woman who has history with the watch. Bad history with the watch. There is no way we're getting an answer out of her in any way other than strictly legal. And the longer we spend there, the more nervous she gets, the weirder she's going to act. And there's a chance that if there is a conspiracy, she goes to ground immediately. So, we'll play it by the book. We'll go above the belt for the time being. We cannot afford to draw undue attention. But suffice to say that she is not going to be bending on that. She very rightly does not trust us.
Well, I do think we need to follow it farther, because before she slipped the ledger under the desk, I saw Anastasia's name, and she'd already checked out. I couldn't see the date; it was too fast. But
Nice. Then we will Go ahead.
It does seem suspicious to me that she was so quick to hide the ledger.
No, I need, like, I want to impress upon you that I don't think that she's necessarily up to no good. She has no reason to trust cops who threw her into an objectively very bad place. All right, she has done time. It is a bad place to do time in. Of all the prisons in the world, it's the last one I would want to be thrown into, huh? But we can get a writ of search. We can verify, make sure.
Did you
The
recognize
rumor.
her?
No, it's fine. We can talk about it later, maybe after work. But suffice to say, the rumor is enough to get the warrant, right? All we have to say is that you have reason to believe that this lady was staying here, and we need a writ of search to inspect their ledgers. And if they
Yes.
change, right? Let's go file the paperwork. And no, I did not recognize her, but her arm tattoos. Yeah, we'll talk about it over drinks. I'll get to sit there again.
Out of curiosity, me wandering around there, did I notice anything that like would have triggered like my underworld lore? Like,
No, everything looked pretty good. Nothing out of the ordinary. She's dressed in a nice suit, you know, a pantsuit, like.
With bronze studs on her blouse.
Yeah.
Spikes.
yeah, you know, how
She's
do you
dressed
pick
well.
those
She's
things
dressed
up?
very elegantly, but you can tell she's got a physique under that outfit.
Yeah.
You know.
What a weird
Um,
situation.
Yeah.
And as you are leaving, she kind of just eyes you. You ever watch Total Recall, the movie, the
Yeah.
original?
With the
Yeah, she-
boom, boom, boom.
You know, every time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Think
loved
Drake's
that movie, so I've watched it so many times. But there's so many scenes in the early part of the movie where
Where they walk.
everybody is like staring at Quaid. Like,
Yeah.
when he leaves, and they're just like giving this look that tells you like something else is going on, maybe. Like the jackhammer guy does it, his wife does it. Everybody he interacts with gives him this long, penetrating stare. And she is doing that to you guys as you guys.
Do we see that, or is that
no,
just for the camera?
No, just for the camera to see.
Okay.
And as you leave, she hurries and locks the door.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
goes behind the counter, grabs a ledger, and passes through out the lobby into deeper into the inn.
Huh.
And that's where we'll stop it tonight.
That's why Elena was trying to push you out.
Yeah.
Because she was worried that exactly that would happen.
It's about that time. You hear the piano playing, the music, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo,
Mm-hmm.
what the guests are
Yeah,
saying.
so she spent time. Elena will explain this, like maybe on the walk back. She spent time in the Brine, which is quite possibly one of the worst prisons in the Harbor District, which isn't a great place to begin with.
People
it's a
sometimes
real
they just
bad
disappear. They don't even.
Yeah, that is a place that, yeah, if you get imprisoned there, you're more likely to die than to serve your sentence. Like
It's a
50-50
puddles, and it's the prison in the puddles. So just imagine
yeah.
how terrible
It's
that
already
must
bad.
be.
Did we
It's
get her
literally
name?
She would have given you that name. Yeah, it's Ralso.
Is that
R-A-L-S-O. Ralso. R-A-L-S-O.
R-A-L? Thank you. I never wrote it down last time because it didn't seem important. Now I'm like writing down everything.
Is there?
No.
I'm trying to think. I'm guessing I don't read uniform, so I can't really do that. I was wondering if you could somehow watch this place to see if like she leaves, but
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all
I mean,
stuff to
We
I'll
never
think
know
about.
that.
That's all stuff to think about for next week, I guess. Or we'll see what other
And-
catastrophe happens.
Metagaming, I'm
see.
sitting here going, Gwendolyn can like put on a disguise and go book a room and then
We cannot.
I know.
You
No,
are
I know.
all on such thin
Going
ice.
in
yeah.
Going in deep.
Sir, did we get paid for today? You don't have to resolve it right now, but I'm curious if we get paid for.
Yeah, you're gonna get paid
Work.
for just like light duty. You know,
Task work.
you were kind of like taking off patrol duty.
Accurate.
Yeah.
You're probably not even supposed to be doing this, but I'll.
How much XP do we get for this?
We didn't get any. We haven't solved anything yet. I don't know.
Well, you'll get 30 XP for the day's activities and for following up on leads and the like.
Nice.
And I'll figure out how much your pay is once we're done. with
See, gotta ask.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll
T-minus
for
70
that,
to
or-
go.
that. No, I was definitely going to give you that. I usually do that when I do the money.
Well, that's what I meant. Do I need to roll for the paperwork or anything?
No, because there's technically no paperwork. You're just reporting back to Alo.
Okay.
Well, we'll ask for the writ, but I don't know if he's willing to give it to us if this is an off the books thing. But
Okay.
we'll ask.
All right, so we'll pick this up next week. Get
Nice.
some.
See y'all.
At the end of another shift.
Hey, sir. Thanks for running.
Yeah,
How was your fun today?
it's fun.
I am so excited. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Also,
pretty great. It's
The
unique. It's so
dragon
unique.
round to fight?
We're not fighting a
Sure.
dragon.
Maybe. Not for a few levels,
Leading
anyway.
the kobold
dragon
armies, man.
slayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally what's going to happen.
All right. Good
All
night,
right.
I mean,
y'all.
the
Thanks,
dragon
guys.
could totally have tunneled under that thing and stole it, right?
See you next week.
Dragons took the ice wine.
Oh god.
Good night, yo.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope to see you next week. VODs will be up on YouTube. Please check us out there. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, Not in the Face Gaming. See you around. Peace out. Bye bye.